smirk on his face. And I said, you know, she's going to win this, right? He says, oh, well, it's very, very close. And I said, no, it's not.
The math has shown Donald Trump has no chance of winning in November of 2024. He wouldn't even win Georgia.
Even though Donald Trump is going to claim victory, yeah, within a few hours, you're going to find out that's nonsense and that he lost badly.
I think you know the rest of that story. We're going to interrupt. It's a long story. It's kind of a lame-ass story, but the biggest deluge of the day opened up about 5 minutes before 3 o'clock. I couldn't even get out of the car. And even though I did, I am wet from the feet up. And joining us to explain all of this, should we greet him properly?
This makes me want to.
Oh, that's getting old.
That's all I got.
Yeah, so let's break it down for you. First, about that deluge that you were just in. An aerial flood advisory has been issued for the Montgomery area until 5 o'clock because of flooding from heavy downpours. And poor drainage areas will be first to get flooded. But we've got a lot of rain in our future. Now, some of you may have said it's kind of started out slow, hasn't it, Rich? Well, we haven't gotten into the meat and potatoes yet of the situation. The actual remnant low that was Arthur is over near the Arklatex. Let me try this again. The Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi line. If you put those three states together, that's where the remnant low is. So we've got a lot more weather to go, and it's only moving slowly off to the east-northeast. Now, we are under a tornado watch here locally. That would be Lowndes, Montgomery, Elmore, Macon, Crenshaw, all of those counties under a tornado watch at the moment. No tornado warnings at the moment. In fact, there are no severe thunderstorm warnings in the state. There is a flash flood warning down there in southwest Alabama where the rainfall has been tremendous. So we have a lot of rain in our future. As we look at the radar profile, it has picked up certainly in the last half hour, and it's going to be on and off heavy torrential downpours as we go through the rest of the afternoon, the evening hours, the nighttime hours, the overnight hours, and well into the day on Friday. That's why a flood watch continues in effect. And the total rainfall, now you may be looking at your rain gauge saying it hasn't been much yet. Well, believe me when I tell you, with the low still way out to the west of us, we're going to see some impressive rainfall totals. For parts of South Mississippi are under a flood emergency right now. 13 inches of rain, 17 inches of rain in some places, 11 inches of rain in some parts of coastal Alabama right now. So, yeah, we are not out of the picture yet as far as the threat of extremely heavy rainfall. Now, the tornado watch may here early this evening, we hope. Right now, there haven't been any tornado touchdowns. I'm knocking on wood as I say that because tropical systems are notorious for these little split-up tornadoes, and all morning long over South Mississippi and Louisiana, it's been a big tornado day. And now I see a new tornado warning. That's over in Georgia. How about that? Georgia is getting real busy right now, including the world's busiest airport, the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. And, of course, that has ripple effects for the entire air traffic control system around the country as well when Atlanta is in a ground stop situation. So there you go. It's wet. It's going to get wetter. And we are now under an aerial flood advisory, first of the day here locally. And the tornado watch continues in effect. Any questions?
Couple of things. We were talking about Janelle's overnight in New Orleans with frequent interruptions for weather bulletins. They have set a record today with 7 3/4 inches of rain.
Sure, and not far from New Orleans, localized amounts in South Mississippi and parts of Louisiana of up to 17 inches, up to 13 inches in some towns. And flood emergencies remain in effect. Hundreds of homes are flooded right now. Flood rescues are going on, and that's way out to the west of us. So guess what? If you think we've gotten it easy so far here, it hasn't really begun.
Also, all city offices are closing at 4 p.m. today. I think they could have done that a little earlier.
And one other
This
thing.
morning we were talking about my friend that lives down in Lowndes County and the tornado.
She told me a story
today that I thought you might be interested in hearing.
from long ago.
It says that her house
was
was
destroyed
by a tornado. Let me get this right here.
In 1992, and that your TV station covered from that area after the storm had passed through. Do you remember going to a house
Into a house
in that neck of the woods?
In that neck of the woods.
I do not remember right off the top of my head in 1992. You know, of course, I did that for 34 years.
Yeah.
So I don't remember that situation. Now, a lot of people are wondering about this. There was an obvious, and I've seen the pictures too, funnel cloud looking situation around Lowndes, Montgomery County, just past the 7 o'clock hour last night. And people are saying, what's going on there? Well, first of all, the National Weather Service had absolutely zero evidence on their radar. And boy, oh boy, their radar is, you know, the Montgomery radar would have seen tornado, evidence of a tornado. Saw no evidence of a tornado whatsoever, and no evidence of tornado damage reported. So that's why people are saying, well, why wasn't there a tornado warning? Because, according to the National Weather Service, there was no tornado. Yes, you may have seen some sort of funnel cloud, and I saw it too. I saw the pictures, but apparently not a vindicated tornado, according to the National Weather Service.
Well, I thought you'd like to hear that story about 1990. In fact, she said it was in the aftermath of Hurricane Andrew coming up this way that they had.
Yeah, Andrew. Remember, Andrew made a landfall on the north central Gulf Coast. Everybody remembers the Florida landing, but Andrew was a prolific tornado producer here in Alabama back in 1992. Yeah, sure remember that. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you checking in. If you have any late breaking news, developments,
You'll
whatever.
hear some more later.
Okay, got my phone right here. You can text me anytime. Thanks, buddy. All right, the time is 3:13.
It's happy hour, come gather around. Greg and Pamela break it all down. Talking politics and the whacked out world. Every headline makes the chaos swirl. It's time for a smoke break.
It is already.
Monday and Thursday on happy hour. Mix the thespian feels Tuesday spotlight. Getting stopped by on Friday with some snacks. On happy hour. A little louder while the whole world swirls. Hanging out in the chat will change your world. On happy hour. On happy hour. Oh, happy hour. On happy hour.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
It is the big broadcast. It's the big wet broadcast. Happy hour. This talk 93.1 of MWAC. David Gracious, occasionally trucking and host Greg Goodell. And look who's sitting in the studio with me.
Oh my God.
Pamela.
And here they are.
Well, time for me to let out a big.
Oh, mama.
Am I glad to see you?
I know, 2 days in a row.
I thought perhaps that this inclement weather, to say it's highly inclement weather,
It is.
and I am soaked. I pulled up to
know.
the building in the worst deluge of the day.
I know.
I even texted Joey. I said, I'm 20 feet away, right out in front, and I really don't want to get out of the car right now
I know.
because there's no way to not get soaked. And I did. I have a wet keister, wet feet, but my hair, I saved the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey, I'm glad you're here. I have to tell you something.
Okay. You want me to leave the room?
No. No. Oh my gosh.
Would you like some background music for your?
Oh,
Stop it. Actually, it is kind of about that.
Oh,
Robert called several times yesterday.
Mhm.
Were you on the show with Jesse Lynn the other day at the
I
beginning?
was.
Yeah, he thinks y'all would be a fabulous couple.
Oh, trying to play matchmaker.
He
Huh?
called several times because he was watching the stream from the day before. He was
Yeah.
trying to tune in now, but he caught the day before. But I heard all about the chemistry and how intelligent y'all are and well spoken, and just what a match that would be.
How many beers was he in?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask that. But
I've had no beers.
he
I
was
think it's
very
reasonable.
emphatic about this.
Yeah, it is. It's reasonable, but I'm on
And they
the-
both like to sing. I mean, they could become the next Captain and Tennille.
Oh, he called back several times and just went on and on about that. And it took me a little bit to figure out who he was talking about. I was like, I don't know.
Well, stop! You're making me blush, guys. Put
Yeah.
me in a spot here.
Is she Catholic?
I don't know.
She believes in God. That I know. But I'm not sure what channel.
Yeah, I'm doing the
She's doing it,
hardcore
doing it,
Catholic
whatever.
thing. It's
Mhm.
Yeah.
intense, but I like it.
So at 316, what's new? I mean, I'm still trying to settle in after that flood out in front of the building.
You want to live forever? Apparently, aging will stop by 2032 because all these
Oh,
fancy AI stuff
mm.
that we'll have. We'll be able to solve every medical
Really?
problem. Now you could still get hit by a bus, which you've been hit 3 times by a vehicle.
Well,
bust
you'll
a
be
car
able
to
to
truck.
survive anything.
hmm But you could still have an accident or something. You could still die.
This
But
technology you're talking
This
about,
is like the med beds
Mhm.
conspiracy theory of years past.
can it reverse
Did you hear about
aging?
that?
It's to a degree.
It
yeah.
can reverse anything.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
2032 is when Ray Kurzweil was predicting it.
Because I don't want to be the only old person left.
Well, that's the thing. And also, I don't know. I don't have an issue with solving all sorts of diseases and doing things to help people live longer and higher quality lives. But there is a underlying philosophy of wanting to grasp it like I will control and always be alive. That's a little, I don't know. That's not a good road to go down. You end up inhuman if you keep doing that.
Yeah.
And some of these people, I think,
People are
want
already
to be that.
doing that.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you believe.
Here's the
conspiracy
question I have.
theories.
If AI is being assembled and developed by human beings who have their collective intelligence, why would AI be able to solve something like curing cancer or reversing aging if the current collective wisdom can't do it?
Because it's not just collective wisdom, it's also, it's like you've taken the collective wisdom and put it into one incredibly powerful, fast neural network. So like one big brain. To where, a big problem with us, with human beings, is like, I don't know exactly what you're thinking or what she's thinking. And
That's
like
a good
we're
thing.
not on the same page, which is
good thing.
it's a good thing, yes.
I've heard, I saw a story the other day that AI is a major threat to the pornography industry.
Ew.
Ugh.
Yeah, it is probably.
Well, because people, they
just make
their own thing.
Make porn with AI. Yeah.
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 But just passing that information along. We don't want that store on 31 that's open 24/7 to go out of business.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to hear something hilarious?
Yes.
So Max graduated from high school,
Mhm.
We went to the mall and I brought him to Spencer's. Have you been to Spencer's?
I've been to Spencer's, yeah.
There's the back half of that store.
Yes, there is.
He's a very sweet boy though, and he just
Oh,
looked
no.
at it and was like,
I've only purchased one
didn't
thing.
know what any of it was, and I was like, I'm so grateful.
You did right.
Yeah.
I only purchased one thing from Spencer's. It was a gift for Goose, and it was a pair of giant bear claw slippers.
I love Spencer's. I could shop there. I want everything there. I mean, not everything, but
Yeah.
a bunch of things. They have a lot of funny novelty stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Well, a
never go
few
to the
years
mall
back,
anymore.
I was like hanging out with this lady and we were day drinking.
Yes.
And we went to that shop you just mentioned.
Mm.
Yeah, this is why I had a lot to confess when I went back to church.
It's the only station you get a
And-
traffic update on that place early around 6.
No, and
every
even
morning.
back then, I was like, oh, this is so skeezy.
Skeezy. Yeah.
Skeezy is the word.
Oh, yeah.
But we're like walking through, like looking at stuff. And at one point, we got to the nipple clamp section. People do that. They put things on
Sure.
their-
Well, I got a grocery store. You got meat, vegetables,
Right.
pasta, and there you have
And
and
there was like this
batteries, nipple clamps.
and it was like a set of nipple clamps, and it had on the end of the clamps like two like buckets, like pails.
Oh, so you can weight them down, like
And I'm-
literally.
or I'm like, and the woman asked me like, "What do you put in there?" I said, almonds. And so to this day, I can text this person a bucket filled with almonds, and they understand the joke.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
But then didn't buy anything, got out of that place, never went back. It's like there's some dark energy going on over there.
Do you know if you buy something there, you have to sign like a little waiver that says I'm not using this like for non-Christian purposes, essentially? Like it's illegal in Alabama to buy toys
Really?
for,
Well, that's
for
ridiculous.
toy use.
Really?
Yes. So you have to sign a little waiver that says I'm buying this for scientific research.
Oh.
So, something to that effect.
Huh.
It's crazy.
We had a remote in Prattville. This is going way back to my early days here. So there were a bunch of us, and we decided, I think it was for City Fest. So we were early, so we decided to stop by that place on the way up just to
For
walk around and see what
just-
was in.
Yeah, boots on the ground journalism.
And when you walk out of there, there's a film in the air that you kind of
Mhm.
have to rinse off. It's
Yeah, dude. There's an aura to those sorts of
it's
spots.
an aura.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
How did we get here in the middle of
But
this
you gotta
big storm?
sign a waiver. Well, we were talking about living forever, and then all of a sudden you brought up the sex shop.
I
Mhm.
need to be able to see out the window today. So can we remove
Yeah, we
the
can remove the thing.
curtain
Yeah,
and
it's-
open the blinds? We have this great technology called a window available. I want to see how bad it is.
Mhm. It makes
it's
me
not too bad
dark
at the moment.
on the camera.
By the way, on days like this, we certainly welcome calls from listeners with everything from accidents, flooded areas, trees down.
I wonder if that store gets busier when the weather is bad.
If only I had their number, we could call them. This is News Talk. We were just having a conversation, wondering, how does the rain impact your
Mhm.
activity there?
Hmm.
Why not? So,
Go get a new VHS tape.
You know how hard it is to find like a working VCR with a remote now, and how expensive they are?
Oh yeah, man.
I have one somewhere,
Mm.
and it's never been used.
Well,
It's a
you could-
DVD and VCR player.
What?
Mm.
See, they're like
Never been used.
they start at $100 on eBay. Seriously, because it's very hard to find one with a remote.
The first VHS tape player that our family bought,
Mm.
I believe it was in 1982, was $1,600.
Oh my gosh! Amazing.
What was $1,600 in 1982 worth today?
Here's what I found.
All right, today that would be the equivalent.
4,100 bucks.
She misunderstood. $1,600 in 1695 would be worth $156,000 today.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that's
All right, so let me change the input year here. 1982, calculate. How about this? So we spent, if VHS was new today, it'd be going out and spending $5,521.
Wow.
Dadgum. And now everything can be like streamed in 4K.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me do something else here.
Now, I do remember the first DVD player. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
always grew up with VHS stuff. So, like, the first
Mhm.
DVD player was when Circuit City was still around. And
We never had a Circuit City where I grew up. We had Radio Shack.
yeah, I remember
Mhm.
Radio Shack as well. But Dad got the DVD player and he picked two movies, The Matrix
Mm.
and The Outlawed Josie Wales.
Oh.
And both great films. I was like, all right, this is great. And, you look back on that now and you go, the quality of even a DVD is
Oh, yeah.
subpar.
I just put my
don't
1987
remember.
salary in this thing.
Yeah. Feeling good about yourself?
I would be making $498,000. And I didn't know how good I had it. What a moron I am.
And money ain't the secret.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
Mm-mm.
So anyway, our number is 2729228. We are accepting weather-related calls and information. Become part of our Live in Fear Doppler network here on News Talk 93.1 FM. But the good news is Rich did not see the kind of embedded severe weather headed our way that would have him come in and override all the Blue Water stations.
I was by myself today. I thought he was going to jump in with me today. But
Have you gifted him recently?
No.
Uh,
No.
I will drop a line that his call would be welcome if you're on the air.
Oh no, he texted me saying he might have to be in here and override stations and stuff. And I'm like, that's cool.
Okay, well,
Give him a thumbs up.
now see, have you had an experience with the
Use
phone where you
talk
pick
as
it up and it goes dead, and then you hang it
Hi,
up and it
hold on.
rings again right away?
Yeah.
What is it with this?
it's the Master Thespian.
Let's give a big, hang on, Warhawk. Welcome to the Master Thespian.
Hey, have y'all gotten washed away yet?
Thought it might happen about 20 minutes ago. It seems to be letting up just a little bit here.
Yeah. Well, we got a notification from the Rich Thomas app that you guys are under a tornado watch. So just
Yes.
be careful.
Well, we heard some thunder, but I don't.
Hold on.
The watch is a precaution. I don't see anything. It could see little spin ups.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, but not the hide under your bed kind of lines on the radar at the moment, anyway.
I had a
Well, that's
dream
good.
last night that there was a tornado.
Oh no.
Not here. It was like a weird dream where I was in like the past. I was younger and in a totally unfamiliar place, but we had to.
Couldn't have been too long
Shelter.
ago if you were. I mean, even younger.
Yeah.
That's how you. That's how you hit the ladies with a good line, Joey. Is
Yeah.
learn
I
from
was
the
gonna say,
master.
you didn't get transported to the land of Oz, did you?
I did not.
In that tornado. Okay. But that's how that movie starts. I mean, she gets whacked in the head with a flying
Mhm.
debris, and then the whole thing is a dream. So, anyway, so what's going on? Anything happening exciting in Montgomery?
Just
Uh,
raining.
Well, they let the city employees out at 4 today. They've got 33 minutes. They're all clock watching, waiting to get out. They should have done it immediately, though.
Yeah. Well, I saw Wendell J's post about the response times to the traffic
I
accident.
read that on the morning show today, the entire thing. I'm going to read it this
Don't
afternoon.
get in an
later.
accident in Montgomery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with him. That would just make me so angry. But I understand if they just don't have enough officers.
Well,
They
the
don't
mayor
have
will
enough
fix it. He's busy, I came
Well,
up with
he
the
could-
ultimate metaphor for Mayor Reed, positioned next to Gavin Newsom out in California. Is he ever in town? Does he ever need to be here, actually? Or is he always out glad handing the rest of the world?
You know, I live like we don't have a mayor, and I'm just so happy.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great thought. See,
Well,
that,
I bet
he finished
he went up
college,
to Chicago because today is the opening of Obama's library, isn't it? Didn't that happen today?
It's the VIP opening. You know what? The people that built that thing would like to get paid for doing it.
It's a strange looking.
Oh,
building,
yeah.
too.
Looks like a
I heard
giant,
that.
astroturd that came from
Well,
another
he was
galaxy
supposed
and
to-
landed on the lakefront in Chicago.
And they were supposed to put like $470 million in that emergency fund, and they've only gotten like $1 million in
1
it.
million, right? So the contractors are not getting paid, but they're going. We don't
That's
you get
crazy.
it. We're good for it. What a shyster he is.
Yeah.
What a low down piece of crap.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, well, I'm about to jump into a waffle cone here, and Mrs. Stephanie as well. So I need to go save her from her melting cone. So y'all have fun, and we'll
Oh.
see you next week.
Yeah,
See ya.
that's our job, having fun. Let's catch that moment where Master Thespian jumps into the waffle cone live.
Yummy.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind swimming around in some, what do they call that?
Yogurt?
Soft serve?
Soft serve.
They call
Frozen
it a
yogurt?
creamy up in Vermont.
A creamy.
Yeah,
Oh my.
we went out for creamies.
I've seen that. I think they have a section for that at that special
Yeah,
store
I was about to say.
on Highway 31. Not that I know much about it.
Hold on.
That was a long time ago, Joey.
Yes. Right.
Who do we have?
TK.
TK. Good afternoon.
Hey, Greg.
Hey.
I've been in construction. I built nuclear power plants. I worked on the subway in D.C. and all, and poured a lot of concrete. Well, I am building a house, and I put a basement in it because my wife's terrified of tornadoes. And I had to fill the block with concrete, and I needed a concrete vibrator. So I'll go to Harbor Freight. They've got some for like $89. It's like a big drill, like a two-hand drill with half horsepower or whatever. got a shaft on it and a vibrator at the bottom. So I go in there, and there's a young lady in there working, and I said, where are your concrete vibrators? And she turned red in the face, and she said, I can't help you. It was hilarious.
And all you wanted to do was build something. Well, I guess everybody goes there
When
for
you're
it.
doing concrete work, if you get the air pockets, you use a vibrator. I mean, on a big construction job like the power plant,
Right.
they're, they got, but Harbor Freight has one that's for small, for normal use. It's not a big commercial job, but I needed it to get my concrete block filled properly without air pockets and voids in it. But it was hilarious when I said, and it's like, it didn't even dawn on me why she was so embarrassed and turned red in the face.
It's a great story.
That's
It really
awesome.
is. It's a great story. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for sharing that with us. It's like that scene from Naked Gun 2.5.
Is this some kind of bust?
Well, it's very impressive, yes.
You know, it'll make you feel better today. Some great barbecue at Smoky Notes. Smoky Notes, new, where the It'll Do Tavern used to be.
Okay.
Loaded with great options.
They have cabbage.
Yes, they do.
Mm.
Yeah, with little pieces of Kaneka and some kick in there.
Yeah.
Everybody, the entrees are great, the sandwiches and everything, but so many people were just raving about the sides. I'd almost like to go in there and order all of them. The potato twist, the coleslaw, homemade, green beans, real green beans, not out of a can, cabbage with the Kaneka and the kick, potato salad, baked beans were awesome, mac and cheese with an Alfredo base, and a simple side salad for your good health. The boudin balls, which we now learn how to properly pronounce, that's how you get people to call.
Yeah, say
'Cause
something wrong.
I struggled with it briefly just a couple of days ago, and that's when everybody had enough. They don't care about deals with Iran or gas prices.
They don't.
But if you need to learn how to say boudin balls correctly, they'll tell you. They have an awesome selections of sides, great kids menu, and the sandwiches. I've done the brisket melt, the smash burger is next. The Monte Cristo, pulled pork or chicken, everything you'd expect in a great barbecue place. Turkey, brisket, smoked wings, twists. That is thunder right here. And some great wraps, including turkey, chicken, fried chicken wrap, and a house salad wrap, and more. At Smoky Notes, visit smokynotes.com for more information. He was talking about the
Hold on.
concrete monstrosity with very few windows. I mean, it looks like a Klingon prison.
Yeah.
The Obama Library, which is, and by the way, they're not paying anybody to work there. They're paying Valerie Jarrett almost $1 million to run it. But if you want to work there, they expect you to volunteer. So you can spend your day hearing the greatest speeches of all time, like this one. Like this one.
If we turn against each other based on divisions of race
Just
or
like
religion,
you did, asshat. Jack off.
Come on, try getting it out.
That's all, folks.
All right, first traffic update of the afternoon. We'll get to your call in a second.
Well, the rain is coming down in Montgomery, and we have an accident on the ramp from I-85 southbound to 65 northbound at the interchange. Multiple vehicles involved. Traffic is slow on the ramp, and we're extremely busy. Interstates, boulevards already. The rain is slowing things down. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to moderate traffic. Please keep it here. We'll update you when accidents happen. Get $1,000 customer cash on Camrys at McKinnon Toyota. And the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
I would like this to be a cozy afternoon, so we really would appreciate some calls at 334-272-9228. Here's Miss Pat.
Hey,
Hi.
I just had to give a heads up. I live in an assisted living facility in Wetumpka, and we have here in Wetumpka there is a new coffee shop called Seven Brew, and they just delivered lemonade, the strawberry lemonade, to all of the residents here in this assisted living in this terrible weather.
For free?
For free. They just knocked on my door and said, "Would you like a lemonade?" And I said, "Well, yes." And they said, "This is from Seven Brew. We just delivered it to all of the residents."
Oh, now that's
I
really
think-
cool.
Yeah, they just.
I
Opened.
think that is so nice, and we really appreciated it. And I just wanted to give them a heads up.
I'm so glad you called,
Yeah, that's awesome.
and congratulations to them.
Yeah.
What are you doing
Thank
to kill the time on this rainy day, Miss Pat?
Now, you won't believe what I'm doing.
Try me.
I
work in the news business. I'm used to unbelievable things.
I'm ironing.
I'm glad
so
the art
relaxing.
of ironing is not lost.
I'm ironing my clothes. They here in this facility, they do our laundry at night, and so I got my laundry was done last night. But the things that have to be ironed, I am now ironing while the weather's bad.
I've got a half a dozen shirts. I'll see you at about 6:30. Okay.
Just come on, bring me a can of spray starch, and I'll do it.
Thank you, Miss Pat.
Okay, thank y'all. Y'all stay dry now.
We're working on it. I love that call, and I love what they did. That's really, really cool. All right, we got Dad's Day coming up this weekend, and we got a lot of great dad bits. We'll definitely play some of those. We got a new one based on a Joan Jett song, if you'd like to hear that.
Ooh.
And Rich just texted me and said, "Oh, we got a power line down, Vaughn near Zelda." Oh my God, it just
great.
came through there. Vaughn and
Great.
Zelda. I'm glad I got through there before that happened. And now I'll certainly know better than to go there later. Oh boy, we are getting some. All right. We may interrupt from time to time this afternoon if there's big, but that is definitely a problem, a down power line there. Skipper will be looking into it. And we'll come back with whatever we have. Right now, we've got Blue Water News with Sky and
We have
Thunder.
So many advisories right now on the weather: airport weather warning, tornado watch, flood advisory, special weather statement.
And we're just getting started.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
The Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. A missing Elmore County teenager has been found safe. The teen was reported missing Tuesday afternoon, last seen in the area of Dark Corners Road. The Elmore County Sheriff's Office confirmed Wednesday afternoon 13-year-old Liam Hathcock was found safe about a mile from his home. No other details were made available. The Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce is now securing funding for the Maxwell Capital Gateway project. With new apartment towers and better retail shopping options, the Maxwell project aims to upgrade the area for military families. The Maxwell Gateway project has an estimated cost of $37 million with an expected completion in approximately 5 years. The Montgomery City Council is cracking down on unsanctioned parties at short-term rental properties. These parties have caused traffic and noise issues as well as safety concerns in neighborhoods throughout Montgomery. The council voted to require renters to get a permit from the city in order to host parties and gatherings. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Hardwood, tile, carpet, flooring tools, and installation supplies. Find it all at Budget Floors and More in Montgomery. Big selection, contractor pricing, and personal service you won't find at the big boxes. Across from Publix in Del Reyna and online at budgetfloorsmgm.com.
And this is a painting of my grandfather, the only one he ever had made.
Sometime, take a close look around your house.
This sewing machine was my Aunt Mary's.
If you have possessions that are irreplaceable, consider this. Each year, over 65,000 American homes suffer a fire due to an electrical problem. Are our possessions safe? To know for sure, call Crosby Electric, your exclusive provider of CurrentSafe, the world's foremost home diagnostic system. Using high-tech equipment, Crosby Electric will check your hidden wiring, panel box, light switches, and electrical outlets to pinpoint potential problems and make sure your things are safe.
Oh, my daughter's second grade art project. I'd die if something happened to this.
Some things can't be replaced by insurance. Don't wait another day. Call 272-2085 for an in-home no-obligation assessment or visit crosbyelectric.com. Don't just think it's safe, know it's safe.
Now you. We're talking with Dr. Clark McLemore at McLemore Dentistry, and this is where I went a few years ago to get my smile reworked. Dr. McLemore, you have a great offer for our listeners.
We've got all of our design and manufacturing in-house. So what that means is if you come to us, we have the entire process under our control, providing top quality prosthetics and restorations. And that really impacts our patients' smiles, and it makes us feel a lot better that we're doing the absolute best we can for folks.
Visit drmclemordentistry.com.
Get ready, Central Alabama. The biggest watermelon festival yet is happening Saturday, June 27th at Sweet Creek Farm Market. They're celebrating America's 250th birthday and all things watermelon with free admission, over 100 arts and crafts vendors, a watermelon eating contest, entertainment for the kids, food trucks, and family fun around every corner. It's Sweet Creek Farm Market's biggest arts and crafts festival ever, and admission is free. Saturday, June 27th, 10 to 4 on Highway 231 and Pike Road. Come hungry, bring the family, and celebrate summer at Sweet Creek Farm Market's Watermelon Festival.
A new year brings new opportunities, and right now the market is starting to shift.
Interest rates are beginning to come down, which means more buying power and more options for buyers who've been waiting.
If you're thinking about buying a home, this could be the moment to take that next step.
And whether you're buying, selling, or investing, having experience on your side matters more than ever.
At Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, we're also growing our team.
If you're an experienced agent ready to make a difference in this market and want to be part of a team that values knowledge, support, and results, call Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, where opportunity meets experience.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. For tough, good-looking roofs, it's Tamco Shingles from Alabama Wholesale Lumber. For great folks and great prices, call Alabama Wholesale Lumber.
Well, hi, everybody. We have a tornado watch that continues in effect. Also, a flood watch continues through Friday. Periods of rain and thunderstorms with the threat of some excessive rainfall totals through tonight and much of the day Friday, too. And the risk of tropical spin-up tornadoes as well. And our weather app will keep you on top of the action with instant push notifications. It's free in the App Store. Just search Rich Thomas Weather. High today, 81. Low tonight, 73. High tomorrow on Juneteenth in the mid-80s. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Dad about his reputation. He always liked to fart in a public location. My dad can do what he wants to do. It's Father's Day real soon. And I don't give a damn about my dad's reputation. Oh no. He always likes to talk about his constipation. Silly place to take us on family vacation. Don't really care if he picks his nose or if he always tells bad jokes. And I don't give a damn about my dad's reputation. No, 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 no,
344, Joan Jett here in the studio with us to talk about her latest song. All these dad things, you know, with mom, it's always about honoring mom. With dads, it's about farts and all the vulgar things that dads are known to do. I think we're more than farts and some of the other things. The smears.
Mm-hmm. Dads are crucial.
Not saying we're totally innocent on that stuff, but
Have you met men who had messed up dads?
yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, this is why this relentless destruction of the family unit is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And we need resources available for messed up mothers and fathers who can get straight and become good parents.
And nobody sets out to be a bad parent.
No. No, I have probably told you 30 or 400, maybe 500 times.
I spent a lot of years going to weekly therapy.
Yeah.
And meetings and all the rest of it. It's the old Humpty Dumpty thing. Can you put yourself back together again?
Mm-hmm.
And I went and I told a story. I was driving Janelle in the car in Florida, and for whatever reason was impatient. And I don't remember exactly what she was doing, screaming or whatever, but I yelled around and said, "Stop it," in that loud voice I have.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started to cry.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever felt more guilty about anything in my entire life. I, of course, try to make it up to her right away. First of all, when you do something, when you are,
Did your dad ever do that to you?
oh God, yeah.
So that's why you did it.
Well,
You're conditioned and you don't even realize it. But
it just was
there's
so,
an amazing moment of clarity when you're like, I don't want to cause that.
it's so atypical though. And of course, as an adult, if you do something wrong with a child, you need to own it immediately and apologize.
Yeah.
Because if you don't explain and say,
Right.
look, Daddy was just
Mm-hmm.
in a bad mood and I'm sorry, that was not right for me to do that. You did nothing wrong. But I talked about it with my therapist the next session, and she said, congratulations. You're the first imperfect parent that's ever come into this office. We're human beings. We make mistakes. Those kind of mistakes. I mean, I've done stupid things with money that hurt me for a long time. That doesn't cause nearly the pain of, having a moment like that with your child.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't destroy us or anything, and we've had a lot of great times since. But the fact that I even remember it over 30 years later is telling. Those little scars stick. Hey, speaking of parents, we should see if we can get Jay Quellen on this afternoon.
I can text her.
Would you do that for me, please?
Mm-hmm.
I would like that. 347. The big news locally, and Rich is watching an area in eastern Montgomery right now. Rich is going to call in at 405. Okay, that's good. The flooding threat remains. Most of the severe weather seems to have moved east of us. Georgia's having a rotten afternoon with the really heavy-duty weather. And speaking of Goose, I'm supposed to drive down to New Orleans tomorrow afternoon for Father's Day weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that or not because this is a huge system. She was up all night
It's
with.
still be here in 24 hours?
Hmm?
It's supposed to still be here in 24 hours?
It'll be clearing through the middle of the day tomorrow, as I understand it.
Mm.
Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll get it in a hurry to get to the Carolinas or something. And
I hope so.
it'll clear a little faster. So Rich Thomas at 405. Let me take a look at some of the news apps and see what the story. They had the big ticker tape parade for the Knicks in New York. And I love the owner of the Knicks because he told Mom Donnie to just shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's social. Every time that guy smiles, I get a sick feeling in my stomach because I know somebody's freedom is dying somewhere. He is evil incarnate, and yet he's the mayor. And we're ready in Seattle. They elected that dimwit. She looks like the head of the teen club in high school. Space cadet. Amazon is going away. Bye-bye. Like, you moron, you 24-karat moron. But the people that are really the morons are the ones that would look at her and hear anything she had to say and then put her in charge of the city. You're the problem. It's a funny thing. Idiots can't become mayors and governors or whatever unless real morons vote them in. And that's what they've done in Seattle. That's what they've done in New York. And we had a frighteningly poor turnout here in Alabama Tuesday. I wonder who may have gotten into office just through people. It's a runoff. Who cares? Can't do that. I went after the show.
Was it 10% turnout?
Somewhere in that vicinity. I know we had precincts in our area that were under 10.
Wow.
And some of the poll workers were like really distressed about it. Although I did get a good review on my magazine column this month at my polling place.
Good.
I wrote one about the POW who came to visit us from the Gathering of Eagles because he just seemed like the right guy to write about on the eve of our 250th birthday, and noticed that the Democrats and the radicals and the leftists and all the people that hate this country, they're doing everything they can to take the luster off 250, which is really sad because in 1976, we had Gerald Ford, Jim McConnell was going to be the next president. We had not only gas prices going up, but gas shortages. People forget that. We may not like the gas prices. They are coming down. In fact, I'd like to know what the lowest anybody has seen. Has anybody seen it under 3 yet?
No.
It's very close at a couple of spots. But it was the supply. You'll pay anything for gas if it's hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
Another Jimmy Carter revelation. Short on gas? Okay, so if your license plate ends with an odd number or an odd letter, you can buy on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every other day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you travel on that system? If you can only buy gas every other day, how can you make a long drive somewhere?
Right.
Or if you do a lot of driving on your job, if you're in sales or something else, what are you supposed to do? They didn't really think it through. But that's what you get when the leftists breed dissatisfaction. You get a President Jimmy Carter. And we absolutely must make sure we never, ever have, well, we did. We had Joe Biden. But you see, Joe Biden didn't know any better because he was there, but not really all there for the entire time of his presidency. Guys, on a rainy afternoon, you can turn it into that song, I Love a Rainy Night, by making one phone call that can turn your life around, and that is to Montgomery Men's Health. I know you hear this a lot, but it's just a fact. Guys over 40, and through no deliberate effort, it can be diet, it can be exercise or lack of exercise, lack of sleep. The testosterone level can drop below normal, and when that happens, it leads to a ripple effect of many issues, including low libido, poor caloric burn, you gain weight. Weight gain can be one of the leading causes of ED. And Montgomery Men's Health has helped a lot of guys lose the pounds that were getting in the way, so to speak. Guys that have issues or worries about size or just feel totally out of the game completely. These people, that's their job to restore that part of your life. And it's a medical facility. If you have tried the various gas station potions and found out, yeah, it's voodoo medicine, get with the doctors and the great staff at Montgomery Men's Health to get back on track. And it doesn't take long. If for $99 you get the testosterone level, if it's not where it needs to be, they can get it where it needs to be and do that quickly. It's a renaissance. It's a rejuvenation. Issues like PE, ED, there are solutions for those that don't involve pills that are much more effective and confidence restoring. Visit them online at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com or call 334-440-3663. 334-440-3663 or MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. All right, 353, how's traffic, Skipper?
Well, the rain is coming down in Montgomery, and we have an accident on the ramp from I-85 southbound to 65 northbound at the interchange. Multiple vehicles involved. Traffic is slow on the ramp, and we're extremely busy. Interstates, boulevards already. The rain is slowing things down. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to moderate traffic. Please keep it here. We'll update you when accidents happen. Get $1,000 customer cash on Camrys at McKinnon Toyota. And the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
I suffered with plantar fasciitis for almost 20 years. I would try drugstore insoles and supports.
If you suffer with plantar fasciitis, we know the search for pain relief can feel like a hopeless ordeal.
I've been through surgeries, foot injections. I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life.
At the Good Feet store, we hear stories every day of all kinds of cheap inserts, expensive shoes, and other failed remedies people have tried that just didn't work.
I was trying all different things. Not a single one worked. And then I was driving past the Good Feet store, and I thought, why not? Give it a try. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet. Then it was like, okay, this is different. These make a difference.
I'm so glad I met Good Feet. It changed my life.
Don't lose hope. Give the Good Feet store a try. We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. PBS Paint, no $99 special. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Luke Wire.
With the seasons changing, your HVAC system is working overtime. Call Luke Wire today to schedule a tune-up with one of their expert technicians to keep your system running efficiently and reliably. Keep your home comfortable all season long. 24-hour emergency service available. License number 22154.
Call Luke Wire right now.
And now, one woman's thoughts on the World Cup.
So my husband had the idea to come to a bar to watch a World Cup soccer game. They should call this sport sucker because it sucks. And why do they call it the World Cup? The trophy has a ball on the top. Now the Stanley Cup, that's a cup. Well, it's more of a bowl, but then it might be called a Super Bowl, and that trophy is a silver football, so go figure. Oh, wait, everyone's getting excited. Oh, he kicked it into the stands. Wait, what? They're adding time? They should be subtracting time. Oh, let this game die an early death. Hey, I have an idea. Add a second ball.
And that was one woman's thoughts on the World Cup.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say?
Now that we have your attention, Pamela has a traffic blurb.
We have a situation on northbound 65 after the first Prattville exit. We just got a call in that they're basically stopped. So we don't know what's going on, but
Give us that location again.
after the first Prattville exit off northbound 65.
Okay, that would be after 143.
I think it's further up. Is it like-
The Cusada exit.
I don't know. Isn't it around the 170s?
Well, Cobb's is next, isn't it? 179 going north. This is northbound.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I just realized I did something very unfriendly to you when I opened it
What?
so I could see the window.
Oh, yeah, I'm so dark.
You look like Elvira, which is kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Awesome. Rich Thomas will be joining us in a few minutes with an update, but I was just out in front of the building seeing if it was raining hard.
Mm-hmm.
And the winds are quite frisky right now.
Really?
It's not tornadic or anything like that, but there's some pretty serious downdrafts and stuff. So make sure you have both hands on the wheel of your car, just as one example, because
Hydroplaning is scary.
you do not want to live to tell that story.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
It's Ford.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. The U.S. and Iran have signed an initial deal to end war, ease sanctions, and open the Strait of Hormuz. As nuclear talks continue, the initial agreement calls for Iran to dilute its stockpile of highly enriched uranium. And Iran will invite IAEA experts to inspect the nuclear sites. In consumer news, gas prices just barely below an average of $4 a gallon nationwide. Shortly after President Trump signed the agreement with Iran, gas prices now $3.99 on average in the U.S. That's according to the AAA. Stocks close higher on Wall Street, taking back most of their losses from a day earlier. The Dow gaining 72 points today. The Nasdaq was up 496, and the S&P 500 adding 80 points. This is SRN News.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-2085. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-2085 or biglou.com.
It's gonna be rainy today. We're gonna get tonight. Is that
And let's hear it for the Gospelers. We bring you the weather many different ways here on News Talk 93.1 FM, but most importantly, from the man himself, Rich Thomas.
Hey, hi.
Hey, hi.
So I've got some good news in a lot of ways. I think the tornado threat here in the local Montgomery area is over, and that's great news because tropical tornadoes are a real problem and have been worrying me all day long. So I think that threat is over for us. Even though the tornado watch continues for Montgomery County officially, Montgomery County is a big county, and they have to wait for the line to completely exit way down southeast. But I think that will happen very soon, and they'll get rid of the watch for Montgomery County. And Elmore, they'll drop Elmore as well at the same time. So that's good. But we have a lot more rain in our future. If you've been driving this afternoon, you've probably been in some heavy downpours, extremely heavy downpours, and the torrential downpours will continue at times for the rest of this afternoon into this evening and overnight tonight. And even on and off tomorrow, there'll be tropical downpours. The flood watch will continue officially through the day tomorrow. And so there's a lot of rain in our future, and the tropical low that used to be Arthur is still well west of us, probably in western Mississippi right now. So it's got a long way to go before it is out of our way and out of our lives. So, more rain in our future, yes, but the tornado threat over, that's good. And that's my news for now.
We just had a nice, long, lingering rumble of thunder.
We did.
Well, if it wasn't a Thursday, this would be a great day just to be hanging around your house,
Sitting on the porch,
Yeah.
listening to the rain. I love that.
smoking cigarettes,
You know,
sipping cocktails.
I love my job, and I've been doing it for 48 years now, but I've always wondered what it would be like to be able to enjoy a rainstorm, enjoy weather and not worry about it. So
yeah,
that
you
day
do
is-
that even when you're dealing with weather that's not in our area.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This is true. All right. Well, there you go. You're up to date.
Appreciate it, Rich. Thank you so much.
Later.
Okay.
I have an update on that traffic situation too. Apparently, there is an accident around mile marker 190. That's after like the Pine Level
Yeah,
exit on
right.
65 North. So it is causing slowdowns and stoppages.
All right. And if you see something, say something to us. Like
Yeah, people appreciate it.
accidents, down tree limbs, any kind of weather damage just because we're out of the woods with. When I was out in front just now, the wind was amazing.
This rain is going to make those limbs very heavy.
And I don't want to make this all about me, but I really am wondering, I'm hoping, given the rainfall totals in New Orleans, that'll be cool to travel there tomorrow because this stuff will still be clearing out around the time I was planning on taking off. At the worst, I think I would just go Saturday morning early, like I have in the past.
Yeah.
Goose, she was awakened all night by her phone.
Just
Tornado
alert after
warnings.
alert.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, they had a lot of crazy weather. And the rainfall total there for today was 7 3/4 inches. And those are the kind of totals we're going to see here eventually when this thing is over and done with.
The
Whenever that
problem
may
is
be.
when it all happens very quickly.
Yeah.
That's like the first week that we moved into the new shop, it flooded because we got
Yeah, I
so
mean,
many inches of rain in
we-
such a short amount of time, and the ground was completely dry because we were in a drought, so none
Yeah.
of it was absorbed.
we tried to explain that to people. We actually asked them to pray for you because
Yeah,
you work so
I had
hard.
just gotten there. It was literally
Orchestrated. Now you're in the new
3
building,
days
right?
after. Yeah,
And all services available.
we don't have massage right now because we have an injured massage therapist.
Interesting thing. Did
Yeah.
you know that massage therapists are third highest on the divorce list? If we
I
were,
don't like that stat.
if Jacqueline had been able to join us this afternoon, it talks about all the professions.
Mm-hmm.
Actuaries have the lowest divorce rate
Hmm.
of all the professions. But massage therapists were 3. At no point anywhere in this survey did it mention media personalities.
What's number 1?
Doctors or medical personnel of some kind.
Interesting.
Let me see if I can find that little tidbit.
Because the nature of, like the intimate nature of their work.
Yes.
News talk, who's this?
Yeah. And for somebody to be connected to a massage therapist would have to be a very secure person. And not everybody can do that. It's Dana welcoming you to the show. Hey, Dana.
Good afternoon. But I wanted to tell you real quick, when I sit on my back porch and listen to the rain, I have a musical raindrop. It's
I love
hitting
that.
out, and yes, and depending on where it hit, it's a different note.
I
And,
want one of those.
I mean,
You're
oh,
kidding. I
they're
didn't know
awesome.
those things. I never heard of that.
Oh, yes. They're amazing.
I love the idea.
And, yeah, I mean, you're just getting back with nature and just hearing the rain make the musical notes is awesome.
Yeah, I forget what day it was the last time we had a good cluster of showers come through. Lasted for a few hours. I just sat on the porch and smoked cigarettes and sipped. I got ice cold Diet Coke for you if you want one.
I would.
Okay.
I needed some caffeine about this time.
I will put on my my rubbers and run out and get it out of the car. Oh, I found that thing on divorce rates. Okay, good.
Well, thanks so much, guys. I just wanted to tell y'all that because it just rain restores.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how one of those things works. Maybe if somebody has a YouTube's link or something that will give us a video demonstration of it. It's called the Rain
Drum.
Drum. Wow. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Bye, Dana. I just got another traffic update too. Bell Road and Atlanta Highway, there's a wreck.
Oh, that's a great place to have an accident.
Yeah, perfect, right?
Bell Road, Atlanta Highway.
News
Yeah,
Talk
that's
again.
just swell.
Hi, hold on.
And it's very likely.
It's Jacqueline.
No.
It is.
Jacqueline?
Hi.
Hi.
What's going on?
Well, we were just talking about divorce, Pamela and I.
Oh, wonderful.
Your wheelhouse. Yeah, they came out with the annual list of the professions that are most at risk for divorce, and I was going to run it by you to see if it matches what your experience tells you. But do you have a something that you need to urgently announce?
No.
Oh, okay, good. We're very happy to hear from you. I mean, this is I don't care how much it rains today. It's a great day.
I just got out of court.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
driving in this rain.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to call you after the show.
Okay.
yeah, me too.
Okay.
So we're planning your evening for you ahead of time.
That's fine.
Actually, before I forget, I still have your crock pot and glass Tupperware.
I will get it from you tomorrow.
Okay.
I will come get it from you.
Should I bring it to the station?
Yes.
All right. It'll be here at the radius. It's clean. It's ready to go. But
I've been wondering where my crock pot is.
we just
That's
haven't.
so funny. How long have you had it?
About 3 months.
3 months.
My gosh.
I feel
You're
guilty.
lucky. You can only get away with that because it's not winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have just bought you a new one on Amazon and had it shipped. That would have been the easiest thing.
Stop. No,
So
it's
funny.
fine. It's fine.
So, would you like to hear about this study? I'm missing
Yeah,
one
hit me
page.
with the list.
All right. The jobs with the lowest divorce rate are actuaries, physical scientists, IT scientists, and software developers.
So people who primarily work alone.
And people who probably are not married.
And nerds. Well,
Yeah.
I say that in a complimentary way because nerds are smart
They're
people.
smart enough to not get married.
Oh, that may be that too. But I want to get you the list of the most, and I'm missing one page. So hang on, here it is. Stand by, everybody.
I could probably guess if I needed to.
All right, go ahead, and I'll
Yeah,
tell you
what's-
what number
What's
they
your
can.
guess for number one?
Okay. Oh, I don't know. Number one, I'm gonna say like law enforcement or firefighters.
All right,
That's a good guess.
law
And
enforcement,
military.
they didn't make the top 10.
What?
That's up. And then nothing on this list is accurate.
Actually, healthcare practitioners had the highest at 48%.
That's huge.
Telemarketers were number 2. Massage therapists came in third. Bus drivers, and bus drivers are known to have tempers. Only a few people will get that. They came in fourth. Machine press operators, care service supervisors, correctional supervisors.
Correctional supervisor.
Correctional supervisors came in seventh. Ambulance drivers eighth. Psychiatric aides came in ninth, and practical nurses 10th.
Wow.
No. All right. Top 5 professions of people that I see getting divorces.
Okay.
In no particular order. Public servants, like law enforcement or firefighters. We
Wow.
see a ton of that. Regular shift workers, like people that work in a factory, like Hyundai, Amazon, those types of places.
Okay.
People that work in the medical profession, specifically if your spouse is a nurse. We see a lot of that.
Okay.
And then probably lawyers are in the top 5. I would say like medical professionals, people that doctors and nurses, firefighters, police officers, lawyers, or people that work shift work or work in some sort of like factory that has a shift
the medical workers, the cops and firefighters, and like the shift work type stuff is all long shifts with the same people.
Yes.
So it's a proximity and opportunity thing with your coworkers.
It's an opportunistic, yes.
Yep.
It's an opportunistic. People that work in an office that has a large amount of people, like I hate to say it, like an example would maybe be like state employees that work in a large office with lots of people that you work with on a daily basis.
Yep.
I don't see a lot of any of the top 10 that Greg read. But those were oddly specific.
Well, this is also a national chart, not a local one. Others in the top 20 divorce frequency: casino workers, bartenders, ushers, home health aides, animal control officers, and security guards. But it doesn't mention police.
It doesn't feel like oddly specific to anybody else.
Because I feel like military, and I'm with you on the cops and firefighters thing for sure.
Huge military, but I didn't put that into my list because that is really generalized for our location. But yes, we see a lot of military, but we also see a lot of military spouses that get married very quickly because of orders and those types of things.
Yeah.
So there's other factors that play into that.
Yeah.
How's traffic moving in your vicinity right now?
I am currently on the Northwest Boulevard, and traffic is moving fine. The rain's pretty light. But I have no idea what's going on with the weather tonight. I know we're supposed to get some rain, but how bad is this supposed to get?
Flooding is a possibility. Rich just called and said we're through the real tornado danger, but still tons of wind, rain, thunderstorms, and flooding is going to be an issue in a lot of places.
I'm probably going to have to pick up my yard again.
The wind gets us more than anything. I mean, last time we had that big squall come through, there was trees uprooted and everything else.
And we got another day and a half, and then, they had almost 8 inches of rain in New Orleans, and I'm driving down tomorrow to visit Goose.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. And they don't handle flooding well down there, do they?
Well, you know what? Dad's going to be there to save the day. That's the best part.
That's all that matters.
That's right. Well, it's great to hear from you. Thank you for contributing to this fascinating study on marriage here in America.
Yeah, I'm happy to lend my expertise when I can.
Always. And say hi to Dana and the fam, okay? Dar. Right.
I'll speak to both of you later, I guess.
All right, great.
Okay, bye.
Yes, we have appointments. Isn't she the best of friends?
Yeah.
She's just so amazing. And by the way, she is absolutely an expert on divorce, along with her partner, Dana Delk, at Delk & Tomlinson, Attorneys at Law. 819-4810 is their number if you'd like to browse their services, because they do handle wills, adoptions, blended families, all family law matters. At this address, thealabamafamilylawyers.com for Delk & Tomlinson, Attorneys at Law.
A representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
All right, off to the traffic dungeon next.
Well, if you are traveling out of Montgomery on I-65 northbound on up above Prattville, right around Highway 31 exit or just before, you're going to run into a slowdown. Mile marker 190, we have an overturned vehicle, and above that, a moderate crash that is slowing traffic in the north and southbound lanes of 65 around mile marker 190. In Montgomery, we got a power line down on Vaughn Road near Zelda, Meriwether Trail at Pike Road, a tree across Meriwether Trail. Very heavy traffic in the Montgomery area on 65 and 85 in the boulevards. Keep it here. We'll keep you updated. Haynes Ambulance there for you both on the ground and in the air. From a simple patient transport to life or death situations, Haynes is ready at a moment's notice. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Tired of spending your weekends fighting weeds, patchy grass, and a mower that never starts? Mosley Lawn Pros is the solution. They handle residential and commercial lawn maintenance, landscaping, cleanups, and property care, so you don't have to. They show up on time, do the job right, and leave your lawn looking sharp every time. Stop stressing over your yard and start loving it. When it comes to your lawn, call the crew your neighbors and local businesses trust. One call, one crew, problem solved. Mosley Lawn Pros, built on hard work, driven by quality. Find them today on Facebook or Google.
Lunch should be comforting and done right. At Epicure and Jack's Tavern, their meat and three is scratch made to order, not scooped from a steam table. Real cooking, real portions. And for guests 60 and over, it's just $10.99. It's familiar food, elevated, served with care. Lunch at Epicure and Jack's Tavern. Classic Southern comfort, a step above the rest.
Hey, this is Ashley, owner of Pest Pro Services, and I want to help you take back your yard. We protect your outdoor space from mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks so you can enjoy being outside. We treat where mosquitoes live and breed with pro-level care, which means fewer bites, more time outside, and a backyard ready for fun. Give us a call at 265-9990 or visit us at ppsriverregion.com. That's 265-9990 and follow us on Facebook at Pest Pro Services. And remember, when you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro.
Prattville is going big this 4th of July with a concert and drone show on July 3rd and all your annual favorites on July 4th. Start celebrating early with our America 250th Cruise-In on June 20th. Enjoy classic cars at 4 p.m. and a concert featuring the Blackbird Pickers at 6 p.m. at the Lyric at Esther's. Then join us on June 28th at 3 p.m. at the Doster Community Center for patriotic performances by the Community Chorus and Pops Community Band. Learn more at prattvilleal.gov.
Hi, I'm Doug Tullis with Eclectic Coins, 543 Northeastern Boulevard. Since I partnered with Blue Water Broadcasting, my business has grown more than I could ever imagine. If you're looking to grow your business, please consider giving Blue Water Broadcasting a call. They work for me. I know they'll work for you.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the river region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Victoryland.
Victoryland Casinos, crowning 25K free play giveaway. The more you visit, the more chances you have to win. Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too.
Rich Thomas Weather.
The threat of tornadoes is over for most of us, and that is good news, but the threat of some locally heavy rain and torrential downpours and excessive rainfall amounts continues. Flood watch continues through tomorrow. Tonight's low in the low 70s. There will be a continued risk of showers and storms across the area tomorrow. High temperature in the middle 80s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms over the weekend, but not as many, and mostly in the afternoon and evening hours. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
This is not headline news. Johnny Depp's next movie is called Day Drinker. To prepare for the role, he studied a midday disc jockey. The Grammys are adding 5 new categories, with hopes they'll get 5 new viewers. A 6-year-old kid on a field trip found a Viking sword that had been buried for 1,300 years. Now we wait to find out if he becomes a superhero or supervillain. And a study finds that extreme exercise can increase belly fat. Well, that's why I never go overboard on exercise. Or underboard. I'm mostly smorgasbord. This is not headline news.
We didn't have tornadoes here until we started putting into traffic circles. Because on the count of, you want to know why?
Why?
When people go round and round in circles, it causes disturbance in the atmosphere and causes tornadoes.
Okay.
This is the News Talk 93.1 River Region Business Spotlight, a chance for you to get to know our area businesses and business leaders.
Pamela and I are trapped. Repeating, Pamela and I are trapped. We are overwhelmed with the aroma of incredible barbecue and food. And we certainly can't leave in this weather. We may have to spend extra time with our friends from Smoky Notes who dropped by with food today. You guys are lifesavers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Really appreciate it. Might want to get up a little bit closer on the microphones there.
Right. Oh, yeah, it's definitely good to be here.
Yeah, now you're the kitchen manager. What's your name?
They call me Fly Guy Ty. I am the head chef and kitchen manager of Smoky Notes Tavern.
How does one get to be in that position? When did you start getting interested in working with food?
I've been in the food industry for about 13 years now. Started with management. I've been honing in my skills over the last few years, and then I just was blessed with an opportunity to actually show what I can really do. And Smoky Notes was that opportunity.
Everybody that works with food has something they feel especially good about. For me, I've never done what you do. I'm not even attempting to walk in your territory, but I've sold over 4,000 key lime pies in this town.
Ooh, okay.
Because I learned how to do it in South Florida, where it originated from the people that make the best. What are some of the things that you feel you do better and differently than anybody else that does barbecue?
First off, is no one touching our brisket. Our brisket's so good. Like if you come too late, you gonna miss it.
That was the first thing I tried.
Yeah, like when I tell you falling off the bone, like Melvin Franklin tender, like that tender, blues singing tender, like you eat it and you gonna start crying.
Yeah, that's the most compliments we get is the brisket, because people from here, like people who've tried Texas brisket, they tell us all the time it's like the closest thing they can get.
Yeah. It's
And
awesome,
love
and you have such great sauces. Okay, so the brisket. My next trip, maybe you can help me decide. Because I want to run the menu. I want to try everything.
Okay.
I'm thinking about the Monte Cristo.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. That's one of our originators. That's one of their grandmother's recipes. And so when you think about grandma cooking and grandma food, like that's one of a delight, a treat. When I started working here, that was one of my first times actually trying the Monte Cristo. And when I tried it, it melted in my mouth, and I said, I gotta have it, and I gotta eat one at least once a week.
And the number 3 on the to-do list is the smash burger.
Oh yeah.
Now, real beef too, 100% Angus beef. None of that artificial meat. None of that. It's nothing like it. It's Smoky Notes meat, and that's all I can say about that. One of the best burgers in town, guaranteed.
Well, we invited listeners to join us up there a couple of weeks ago, and everybody walked out very happy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and I talk about you guys on the air, and one of the things. Have you been yet?
No, I haven't.
We got to get Pamela over there.
Oh, but look, we brought y'all some treats today though, so you can sample it out.
Want to get into that in just a moment. And this is great to be able to talk about food while people are sitting in the rain and contemplating dinner. Why did the smash burger is kind of a relatively new menu item in restaurants? Not everybody offers them. What makes a good smash burger? What goes in there?
It's pure ground beef. A lot of places they will add a bunch of filler to it, the breadcrumbs, the eggs, and we just take straight.
That's how you make a meatloaf, not a burger.
We'll just take straight hamburger meat, smash it, season it, and you get your burger in less than 10 minutes. I mean, it's a cook to order item, and people, especially during lunchtime, they love the fact they can come in, order a burger, have plenty of time to eat, and get back to work.
I'm looking at what comes on that. What do you get with that?
So you get 2 slices of American cheese on each patty. Then you also get if you like condiments. I'm a salad lover, so I love my lettuce, tomato, onion, and pickles. And we have what we offer that's different than any other places. We offer beef bacon. So if you want to stay away from the pork, we have that beef bacon that you can have a full beef smash burger, and you don't have to worry about it or deflect from getting the burger because you don't like pork.
Interesting.
I'm in on that.
Because I don't like bacon on a burger.
Oh, you got to try beef bacon.
Once in a while, I do.
Yeah.
That's the thing about burgers. You can do them so many different ways. But this is my plan. I'm sequencing, my next 8 visits to Smoky Notes.
Okay.
Because I'm a pulled pork fan. I love tell us about the different barbecue sauces and the things that are homemade.
Well, actually, we use a company called Alabama Sunshine. It's a local business here in Alabama that grows their own peppers, makes their own sauces, everything. We decided we have a partnership with them because we use their sauces on our barbecue. We even sell their sauces in store.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah, and we have some distinctive sauces that we make in house that's our own. We have a great sauce. It's amazing when you're talking about putting it on like a Southwest burrito Mr. JP himself, he makes this great sauce called JP sauce. When I tell you it's great on salads, it's great on chicken. And then myself, we make our own in-house smoky notes called 24K sauce. I invented that myself. Y'all gonna get to try it today, actually, too. But when I tell you
24K
diamonds in the air. Yes, sir. But it's a barbecue base, and it has think of it as a Texas barbecue and a Carolina barbecue. They had a baby. They made this beautiful baby that came out nice, sweet, and delectable. Okay, it was awesome.
All right, we'll have to welcome that infant to our plate one of these days and give it a shot. Can you guys stay a little bit longer?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Because I like talking food and I love listening to you.
Absolutely. I also got to give a good shout out to our morning manager, Billy. Without him, he's there at 6 a.m. every morning.
Wow.
Because Ty and I will prep the meat the day before, like the brisket. It's got to go on the smoker by 7 o'clock the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Billy gets in there. He fixes up everything. He's prepping everything. So when the meat stays perfect, it comes off the smoker at the right temp. It's put in the heat box at the proper temp. So every cut that you get on your plate is 160 degrees. Perfect.
Yeah, it was fall off the fork tender and juicy and really, really good.
We don't even need knives in the place. You can literally tear any piece of meat in there with your fork.
Smoky Notes, I'll warn you folks, is a hard place to leave not feeling slightly overfed. You can try and say, well, I'm going to take some home for later. But before you know it, you pick the whole plate clean and you'll just have to come back. All right, so we'll talk more Smoky Notes in a moment. At 4:32, we've got traffic with Skipper, 1819 news to follow, and Uncle Chi-Chi, shirtless weather ahead. The worst, the most violent of the weather has now passed to the east, but we still got lots of rain, wind, a few embedded thunderstorms, and potential flooding to deal with. And if you see something on the road that you need to tell us about so we can get the word out, don't hesitate, 334-272-9228. Otherwise, if you have a call for Smoky Notes, give us a ring.
Traffic is brought to you by Baumhauer. Start 2025 off with legendary buffalo wings from Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Baumhauer's has great food, service, and fun. See you at Baumhauer's Victory Grill.
Okay, we have a lot of accidents. First of all, 65 northbound around mile marker 190. We had 2 accidents there. That's right above the Prattville Highway 31 exit. Now a third accident in the mix there. Traffic moving slow on 65 northbound through Prattville. Also, power lines down Vaughn near Zelda and the 5600 block of Old Selma Road near Mitchell Young. The road is blocked there. That's all the information we have. Also, accidents. Bell Road at Atlanta Highway, a disabled vehicle on East Boulevard as you're driving up to 85 northbound's ramp. Coliseum Boulevard at Northern Boulevard got an accident there. Be safe. We will keep you updated. Get $3,000 customer cash on a new Toyota Tundra at McKinnon Toyota. Add the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Adams Motorsports of Montgomery, where your pleasure is their business.
1819 news.
U.S. Congressman Barry Moore is defending the San Francisco Major League Baseball players who put Bible references on their uniforms that they were made to wear to promote Pride Month. The players, Landon Roop, J.T. Brubaker, and Ryan Walker, all wrote references to Genesis 9, which is the story of the flood, Noah and the ark, and God's rainbow in the sky as a sign of his mercy to mankind. Moore spoke on WVNN on the Yaffe program about the blowback these players have been receiving for referencing the Bible.
Well, it reminds me of Tim Tebow when he kneeled on the sideline and said a prayer. I mean, it's just the left is not tolerant at all. They're all about free speech as long as you're saying what they want you to say. And the minute you push back on that, that becomes an issue. So they're very hypocritical. They claim they're for civil liberties, but you have, when the left, as long as it's their message, yeah, they're for free speech. But anytime you speak out, especially if you're a Christian or you try to share your faith, or you push back against this woke, crazy left agenda, then in some kind of way, that's not tolerated in the most tolerant, supposedly, group in our society. But they're the least tolerant in reality.
I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
The news cycle can be overwhelming, to say the least. Andrea Tice cuts through all the noise with the Daily Detail from 1819 News, Alabama and national news in just 10 to 15 minutes. What you need to know before you start your day. Find the Daily Detail wherever you get your podcast.
A Trinity man has been sentenced to 20 years in prison for the sexual abuse of a child under the age of 12 in Morgan County. Romaldo Jimenez was given the maximum sentence possible under state law. He was convicted earlier this month. I'm Andrea.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
AdamsMotorsports.com on the web or Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard in Montgomery. That's at Adams Motorsports in Montgomery, where your pleasure is our business. Come by and learn more about the new Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle and see for yourself the bar has officially been reset.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better Business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Get ready for a legendary night of soul on November 25th. The Temptations take the stage at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center with special guest Ruben Studdard. It's the Temptations live on stage at the Impact. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and the box office. Don't miss the Temptations with special guest Ruben Studdard. One incredible night of classic soul and R&B.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Earnest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Earnest, 334-279-7431. Earnest Financial, LLC.
The threat of tornadoes is over for most of us, and that is good news, but the threat of some locally heavy rain and torrential downpours and excessive rainfall amounts continues. Flood watch continues through tomorrow. Tonight's low in the low 70s. There will be a continued risk of showers and storms across the area tomorrow. High temperature in the middle 80s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms over the weekend, but not as many, and mostly in the afternoon and evening hours. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Life's a beach with an ASE loan financing the fun you deserve. It's your summer, your way. ASE has the funds. Apply online or at any of our 9 locations.
ASE Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASE.
Federally insured by NCUA.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
It is 4:39 on News Talk 93.1 FM. Oh, I wish all of you could. I wish we had smell-o-vision on our YouTube telecast because you're missing out. We literally have transplanted the aroma you experience at Smoky Notes into the studio. Smoky Notes Barbecue, they've joined us in the last couple of months here on the radio, and it's a pleasure to have your title again, sir.
I am Fly Guy Chef Ty, the kitchen manager and head chef of Smoky Notes Tavern.
This man has earned his pedigree and genius, and you gotta have confidence when you're running a kitchen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You anything that I put out, I want to make sure that I can bring it home to my family and they enjoy it, because my family is one of the biggest critics ever.
Let me ask you this: do you ever watch any of the chef shows or cooking shows on TV that you like? Any in particular?
Chef Ram Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah, like I love, like, Hell's Kitchen was one of my favorite shows back in the day, and that, like, actually his style of running the kitchen is what made me be so adamant and so, like, I want to be the step ahead, because like I need to be there, because if you want to be the best in this barbecue, as anyone knows, barbecue is a hard industry to compete in. So if you're going to have barbecue, it has to be some of the best barbecue, or it has to be the best barbecue. And I think Smoky Notes Tavern stands behind that. And Fly Guy, Chef Ty, I stand behind that.
Our listeners who have been there have messaged me repeatedly about how much they enjoyed it. So you guys are absolutely on the right track. Let me grab this call here. I'm not sure what they need to tell us. Good afternoon. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Urbanite. Hey, the question I got is, do you offer live music ever?
Oh yeah, we definitely on every third Saturday we have awesome performer. His name is Tony Mills. Actually, this Saturday he will be here at 7:00 performing some of his greatest hits and some of your greatest and funnest hits that you like to enjoy. But this is every third Saturday that we do this at 7:00.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir.
Oh yeah, come out and enjoy some good food with us.
All right, now let's go to Pamela next, who's had a chance. They brought in huge tins of food.
Okay, yeah. I just made our to-go platters.
Oh, you did?
So, yes, we all have a mix of stuff. The baked beans, cabbage.
Okay.
What was the third thing that was in there?
Mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah, mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
And then ribs, wings, and brisket.
By the way, yesterday, I was doing your message on the radio with the guys on the morning show, and I for some reason became uncertain on how to pronounce boudin balls. I had never had one before, never heard of them before. I'm a city slicker. I actually came from the north and all of that blah, blah, blah.
They call it something else.
Yes, I don't need that. But here's the interesting thing with our audience. Within 2 minutes, I had about a dozen messages from people. It's boudin balls. Making sure I knew the proper pronunciation.
Yes, that is correct.
And now that we've talked about them, you've got to try them because I loved them.
Oh yeah, and I think Mr. JP can tell you better about the boudin balls. It's like one of his favorite things.
Well, yeah. Well, I can tell what we serve is it's fried. It's the boudin sausage mixed with seasoned rice, and it's got a big chunk of pepper jack cheese right in the middle.
Oh.
So when we serve it with a spicy strawberry pepper jelly,
Oh, yum.
and it's you have to try them.
yeah.
That's one of the items that is the hardest thing to keep in the restaurant, because we can sell 3 cases in a day.
Yes, they are amazing.
Yeah, another thing that I was happily surprised to see on the menu, because it's so underrated and you rarely see it on any menu, is cabbage.
Oh yeah.
Now,
yeah.
what's the magic to the cabbage?
Grandma did it. That's what we're gonna say about that.
Yeah.
But our cabbages is and shout out to our good kitchen chef in the morning, Mr. Billy. Mr. Billy, he makes some really, really great cabbage. He follows the recipes great. And like I said, it's a grandma's recipe with the Kaneka sausage in it. It has a touch of bacon in it, and it has a hint of spice, but not enough overpowering spice. It's like the perfect type of spice. And when you dip it with that fried cornbread, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
You going back home. You might as well put your boots on, lace them up. Grandma, I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
It seems to me to do the brisket right, to smoke the meat and everything, it's almost like a 24-hour operation.
It is.
To run a great barbecue.
Oh, it
restaurant.
is.
It definitely is.
It all depends on Ty at night has to make sure that he puts that brisket on at a certain time, so that when Billy gets there in the morning, he has to take it off at a certain time. It has to rest. It has to be put in the warmer at a certain time. It has to be held. You have to hold it. You have to. It's when the first plate comes out. Because this is what we tell everybody with all our meats. We make enough that we hope to sell throughout the day. We never know what each day is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's been plenty of times that the first 40 orders is nothing but brisket. So you got to get there and you got to get it.
I told you, brisket's so good, you're going to miss it.
Yeah. And it's just, you know, it was a lot of trial and error to get it the way that we have it. But, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's for me. And I'm not trying to join a conversation I don't belong in. But with the key lime pie, I experimented with various levels, how much key lime juice, how many eggs. Eggs are important. How to prepare a graham cracker crust with a shortcut that I came up with for that. And there was a restaurant in Millbrook, this about 10 years ago, that actually put it on their menu.
Wow.
And I was delivering pies to a place called Capone's. It was a great place, but it was not in the best location. So,
okay.
But it was a lot of fun to be involved in the business too, you know, and to see something, your creation on the menu. Do you walk through the restaurant from time to time just listening on people and what they're saying?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do it all the time. Like, cause especially when I finish making something fresh, I gotta go out there and see the delight on your face. I want to see you take that first bite. I want to see when you swallow it, and I'll be right there looking at you. I want to make eye contact with you, and you ain't even gotta say anything. Just if you nod your head, a thumbs up. I go back there and cheer him and pat myself on the back, like, "Yep, I did it again."
Well, if anybody listening to this last 25 minutes is not hungry, there's something wrong with you. Let's get to fundamentals. Your hours that you're open, the days that you're open, website, deliveries, all that kind of stuff.
We are open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Mondays, we are only open for lunch, unfortunately, for now. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
You guys can change that though. Give us a call. Tell them to change
if the
that.
demand gets high, there will be Monday dinner.
Oh yeah, you know, and we're located at 557 East
Northeast Boulevard.
Montgomery, Alabama, located right behind Two Buds, right beside Metro Petro. So it's a red store. You can't miss it. You see that bright red store? That means stop. And Smoking Oats.
On the west side of the street. That gas station actually is a very good marker for people who aren't familiar with Northeastern Boulevard. And is your Facebook page or website?
A Facebook page. You can find us at Smoking Oats Tavern on Facebook.
Okay. And did we miss anything here in our visit?
Oh, don't forget this order, this fried cornbread. We got it's new on the menu. We're trying it out. We want everyone to come in and bring you back to grandma's house. We want the Smoking Oats to be that in-house food that when you're hungry and you want something really good, you think of us first.
Chef, sir,
talk to me.
I hope that you guys will come back and visit us again.
Oh, absolutely.
In a few weeks, and so we can revisit and explore the you want us to know what we're talking about when we tell our listeners about Smoking Oats.
For sure.
And if there's one
bring
more,
the boudin balls.
Oh, absolutely.
Got you.
And one more thing, for this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, being, you know, Father's Day and stuff, we're going to run a special. So if you hear us now and you come in and you tell the cashier taking your order that Justin and Ty told me to come get the smoke, you get 10% off your meal.
Awesome.
Come get the smoke.
Come get the smoke. That's on Father's Day.
Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, Saturday and Sunday.
This whole weekend, 10% off. All you got to do is come and say the catch slogan between Mr. JP and Fly Guy Ty. We want the smoke. Come get the smoke.
All right, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the air with us
enjoyed
this afternoon. And I'm already full. That's going to be great. The big test, these nice tins that you brought, will this be able to make it from this radio station to my house without being pried open, you know, for a snack along the way? I would bet that they
I don't know.
I put that cornbread right on top so you could reach it if you
Thank
needed
you
the
very
appetizer.
much.
Those eyes are horrible, and if you choose those eyes, I'll be your bookie.
It's great to work with a partner who really knows how you tick. Thanks, guys, for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty, it is 4:50, and we've got a traffic update.
Well, our latest accidents, East Boulevard, just past the Sam Club's entrance, a moderate crash right there. It is backing up traffic towards Atlanta Highway. Also, Highway 31, if you're exiting there off of I-65 up above Prattville, just up on 31. The right lane is blocked. That is slowing traffic there up into Pine Level. We also had an accident at Bell Road at Atlanta Highway and on Northern Boulevard at Coliseum Boulevard. Also, a bunch of other minor accidents scattered all over the city of Montgomery. Please be safe out there. Slow down. We will keep you updated. At McKenna Nissan, you can save up to $6,000 off Pathfinders and up to $5,000 on Rogues. Add the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
At Montgomery Men's Health, we saw a bunch of patients last month. Almost none came because of an ad. They came because something happened. A fight with a wife who finally said, "Get help." A breakup. A new relationship that made them aware of things they used to ignore. A photo a friend tagged them in. One guy said he just stared at himself in the mirror. And that was enough. If today's your day, call right now. 334-440-3663. I'm Dr. Smith, urologist and advisor to Montgomery Men's Health. Built on almost 15 years of treating men in Alabama, one patient at a time. Dedicated to ED, low T, and male performance. Here's what happens when you call. We book you this week. We'll get a lab in an hour. For ED, we walk you through your real options at the same visit. A plan before you leave. Don't let today turn into next year. Call now. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Feeling the pinch on your food budget? You're not alone, but saving is easy every day at Food Outlet, Montgomery, Prattville, and Millbrook. And remember, Food Outlet is priced at cost, plus just 10%. Listen to these specials good through June 23rd. Get a variety of banquet chicken in the 24 to 32-ounce size for only $3.96. Take home the 16-ounce size Hormel Black Label sliced bacon for $4.50. Stay hydrated this summer. Powerade drinks, 28-ounce size, 89 cents each. Fresh, ripe, seedless watermelons are only $5.49. USDA fresh boneless pork chops, $2.48 a pound. You'll find the 1-pound package Sunnyland Jumbos, only 98 cents. And Coke products, the 6-pack half-liter bottles, get 2 for $6. Your Food Outlet stores open 7 days a week, 7 till 9. Check us out on Facebook for more great specials. Food Outlet in Eastbrook Shopping Center, Montgomery, Prattville at 720 East Main, and in Millbrook at 3543 Highway 14. Shop Food Outlet and pay cost plus 10%.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
I'm afraid she's got a father's libido.
My dad's smarter than your dad.
We have the same dad, idiot.
Yeah, but mine's smarter.
Partying with the cool kids. I am a very proud dad right now.
My dad used to say, opinions are like butts. Everybody's got one.
Daddy's home. Papa's got a brand new bag.
Are you going to be a good boy for your father?
I love you, you freaking son of mine.
Oh, come to Papa. My dad will not control me from prison.
You're the best dad. Papa, you look like a porn star from 1977. Who's your big daddy?
Who is your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Papa's got a brand new bag.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
I'm your daddy. I gotta get to. I never have to say that to Janelle. I'm your father. I did once, and I raised some money, but I was imitating Darth Vader.
Ah.
I am your father.
Who's your favorite TV or movie, Dad?
Oh, that's an interesting question. You know, in just the portrayal sense, Ward Cleaver comes to mind because that was when I grew up, and dads did wear shirts and ties and jackets and all of that stuff. He seemed very level-headed. But like most kids, Beaver and Wally, we had Beaver on the morning show
Really?
a few years ago, yeah. And that was a big deal for me because I kind of looked like him when I was a little guy. He's 5 or 6 years older than me. But I did get to share with him the trauma of what it was like to be singled out in class by Miss Martin, my very strict and stern third grade teacher, and say, "We have somebody in our class who looks like the Beaver. Don't we, Gregory Benjamin?" And I can still remember my neck and face filling up red like a thermometer on a hot day when she singled me out for that extinction. So, but was there a TV dad I would want as a dad? No, not really. I mean, not that I can. None jumps to mind. I always loved Archie Bunker because I understood him.
Yeah.
And anybody that grew up in that generation understood him because most of our dads had been through what he did. You know, World War II and all of that, trying to scrape by. And in the 70s, life in America was not the easiest. It was like a preview of Joe Biden with incredible inflation, job opportunities vanishing, and so forth. Saw an interesting comment by Jeff Bezos, a couple of them. One, he hates that he invested in the Washington Post because most of the people there are terrible. His words. I would not want to be working for the Post and hear that from the guy that owns the company.
Yeah.
And number two, he said, if anything, AI is going to create a labor demand and not eradicate it, which is interesting because everybody thinks my job is going to be taken by AI.
Yeah.
But we've seen innovation over the course, the entire history of this country, the cotton gin on down, the Industrial Revolution, the assembly of cars, you know.
And maybe it gets rid of some jobs, but creates other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that seems to be his thinking. And I can't say I'm his biggest fan. I think he's coming around politically a little bit to certain realities. Because a lot of those guys, big companies, they were bullied into going along to get along. There is, speaking of which, I got a minute for this story that really pissed me off today. There is a minor league baseball team.
I saw this.
And the players refused to wear the Pride jerseys.
So did they have to forfeit the game and give the other team a win?
They forfeited the game.
I hate that.
That should not happen. They should, first of all, let's stop. Let's just stop. Everybody's welcome at a baseball game. And I don't see why some people have to wear their sexuality on their sleeve. That is your business. The players don't need to acknowledge it. You don't need to tell us what it is. You don't need to shout out who you are to the world. So it's out of control. And Josh Hawley, senator from Missouri, I think you're going to see him bring the commissioner of baseball in for a hearing because some of the players, and remember we talked to Mark Robert a long time ago about the Sisters of the Evil Twin or something. They honored them. They're Satan worshipers.
Right.
And the Dodgers honored them.
But they won't let people put Bible verses on
on their caps.
And they say, hey, we tell people not to write anything on them. It's strictly about the uniform code.
Yeah. Well,
but
I wonder if they would have punished a player who wrote Black Lives Matter on their cap back in 2020. Of course not. You know, we all know that's true. So stop with the bull. Stop with the crap. All right. I thought the whole idea at the beginning of this was to live and let live, to accept people. This is who I am. Okay. Whatever you do in your house is your business, not mine. So live it up. But now it has crossed a line. And it's like that meme where you see the left with the tuba covering your face because it's not just enough. It's never going to be enough with them.
No.
They always want more. So that's how DEI got started. Totally unconstitutional, but we would rather base our hiring on a rainbow than competency, which is great for business, by the way. I'm going to let you head home.
Okay.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I will not be here tomorrow.
Me neither.
Oh. But don't make any rumors out of that. It's just a coincidence.
Who's covering tomorrow?
Sky will be running the board. I believe Eddie Bader is going to be here. I believe Terry Adams will be here.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah, it'll still be a fun time.
but we got lucky today. Thank you again, Smoky Notes.
Yeah, thank
If you need any help
I'm
carrying
excited.
that out to the car, I'll be happy to do that for you. You get your Diet Coke?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. All right, at 5 o'clock, we've got the Wall Street Business Report. Brent McDonald coming up a little bit later this hour.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm John Scott. The stocks closed higher on Wall Street, taking back most of their losses from a day earlier. They were driven by anticipation that the Federal Reserve will likely raise interest rates this year in an effort to fight inflation. The S&P 500 rose 1.1%. The Dow added 0.1%. The Nasdaq Composite jumped 1.9%. Crude oil prices wavered after the United States and Iran signed an agreement to end their war and reopen the Strait of Hormuz to oil tanker traffic. It is now open. Treasury yields eased in the bond market. The Dow gaining 72 points today to finish at 51,564. The Nasdaq was up 496 to 26,517. The S&P 500 added 80 to 7,500. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm John Scott.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
It's 5 o'clock with Father's Day coming up this weekend. I'm going to share my haircut story. We'll get a little bit deeper into the weather with Rich Thomas, and then Brett McDonald talks about your money. Right now, Jessie Lynn, she knows what's next.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. The U.S. has lifted its blockade of Iran, and oil tankers began freely moving through the Strait of Hormuz after months of being unable to use the critical channel. It happened Thursday as the tentative agreement to end the war took effect. Meanwhile, Vice President J.D. Vance announced that he may postpone a trip to Switzerland that had been planned for Friday and included a ceremonial signing of the deal. Ukraine has hit a major Moscow oil refinery for the second time in a week, disrupting hundreds of flights at the capital's airports. Russian officials said Thursday that this is one of Ukraine's biggest drone attacks since Russia's invasion over 4 years ago. On Wall Street, the Dow by 72 points. The Nasdaq rose 496. The S&P advanced 80. More details at srnnews.com.
Maybe this is you too. There's enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It is amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven you can save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Over 1 million Americans are now part of healthcare sharing, and MediShare is the gold standard. It's trusted. It works. It's been helping people save money and have peace of mind now for 30 plus years. It's not some big impersonal thing either. It's a community of people like you helping each other. So yeah, if you're frustrated too, here's your chance to make a refreshing change. You'll notice the difference as soon as you call. They're easy to talk to. You can get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number. Call 844-45-BIBLE. That's 844-45-BIBLE. 844-45-BIBLE.
And now, another flashback favorite on News Talk.
See, for most of us, this brings back warm, fuzzy memories. But for Gregory Benjamin Boudel,
It's trauma time. For some reason, my dad thought that he had barber skills, and he bought one of those. It smelled like a lawnmower when he started up the clippers.
The clippers?
Swear, he was pulling a chain going. There had to be the right combination of conditions for him to give us a haircut. The humidity had to be high and it had to be really, really hot.
So you're in the basement, a hot, sticky, steamy, uncomfortable basement, and you're perched on a little stool.
No, he had a crate that went on top of the stool, a crate with splinters. It was one of those fruit boxes that
This
had
is beginning to sound a little disturbing now.
always underneath a light that had no shade, just a light bulb like they used to use in
old World War II movies.
You will talk. You will talk. before he started cutting, he put the sheet around your neck. You know, a good thread count for a nice soft sheet's what, about 400, 500, 600? The thread count on the sheet was about 12. You could sand wood with this thing. And he'd wrap it around our neck really, really snug because God forbid we should have little flecks of hair fall onto our shoulders. And he would wait until 6 p.m. because he knew we all hated Lawrence Welk. So he would put us on the stool with splinters, tie this itchy, starchy sheet around our neck, grab the back of our head so hard, I think my cerebellum is still flat. And then he'd wait until we heard this sound. Then he'd pull the cord on the clippers. And then, hold still, damn it. Let me tighten up that cheek. Just... Hold still, I said. And I'm watching Lauren and Bobby on Lawrence Welk dancing away. It was awful. Sweat pouring over my little boy body and little black hairs all over me and it was creepy and crawly itch. He finished it off with the brush. The same brush he took the paint off the gutters. That's how he dusted our shoulders. Little rivulets of blood streaming down from my shoulders.
Oh, my poor little soldier.
And then the one word that we really longed to hear, next! And then my mother would sit down. That may be the best story I've ever told, at least so I'm told. Anyway, welcome to the 5 o'clock hour on News Talk 93.1 FM. It's just me. Oh, again, thanks to the team at Smoky Notes for bringing by some unbelievable food. Oh, my goodness. The weather, I think what we're going to do here, we'll get Rich in for the forecast. Now, the severe threat, the tornadic type of activity, that's moved off to the east. But let me take a quick look. I am authorized by the Rich Thomas Weather Network as a radar interpretator, whatever that means. And moving the radar through the future, it looks like it's going to clear out, at least for today, I want to be real sure on this timing here. We're going to see it right through the end of the rush hour. And about 9, 10 o'clock, you'll see it taper up, but there's more coming tomorrow. But there's plenty of red cell thunderstorms and stuff yet to the west of us. But the severe threat, the tornado threat, is pretty much over now. They did drop the tornado watch, but we are under a flood watch. You could probably assume that. I wonder how much rain we've had today. Maybe I can text Rich and get a total from his house. But I'm guessing at least 2 or 3 inches. And if you have a home gauge that's reliable, feel free to share it with us while we speak with the master.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Rich Thomas Weather. The threat of tornadoes is over for most of us, and that is good news, but the threat of some locally heavy rain and torrential downpours and excessive rainfall amounts continues. Flood watch continues through tomorrow. Tonight's low in the low 70s. There will be a continued risk of showers and storms across the area tomorrow. High temperature in the middle 80s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms over the weekend, but not as many, and mostly in the afternoon and evening hours. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
You know, it seems like for every little piece of hope that Donald Trump or his people deliver, like removing the nuclear threat from Iran, gas prices starting to come down, and lots of other good stuff. Today, the LA City Council voted 10-5 to include giving illegals the right to vote in the city charter reform referendum that'll be on the November ballot. It will also have a statewide voter ID proposition. But they have voted to let people who are here illegally, not just non-citizens, lawbreakers, to vote in their elections. In a million years of evolution, I will never understand that, and they are writing the script for their own destruction. We have a call. Good afternoon at 510. Thank you, Mark Cumby, for that story, by the way.
Hey, Soldier Boy, how you doing today? Great.
What's happening? We got a minute here.
Okay, let me ask you. I talked to a lady yesterday in line in the grocery store, and she said she works the polls, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a lady who was a minority, middle-aged lady, and she was real sweet. We were talking about it. I said, I questioned her. I said, do you have people that come in there with no identification and want to vote? She goes, you'd be surprised how many do. Unbelievable. It happens. I heard it from the horse's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the next thing I wanted to...
Until they pass the SAVE Act, there's no guarantee this country will survive. There is not until we get that.
I agree with you.
And why that bastard Thune is not leading the charge, I don't know. I don't know who's paying him. I don't know whose pocket he's in. He just watched his buddy Cornyn go down to defeat. He was no help on this matter. We got to get rid of all of them.
Greg, what's going on? What's the pulse on Jackson Hospital closing on the 25th?
I have not seen any confirmation on that story.
And it's on the news site now. And here's what's interesting is I love what the judge said, that Blue Cross Blue Shield had tried to in good faith negotiate with them. He said the reason why they don't pay them the same that they pay Baptist, because it's a different ranking in that Baptist does teaching, and I guess your hospital gets more reimbursement if you're doing teaching at the hospitals versus just being a provider. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they voluntarily gave. It says in an article on WFSA, the article says that also that they voluntarily gave them 10% more than normally. So this reminds me, what this reminds me of, Greg? Okay, do you remember when the Ford used to be too big to go, and we had to bail them out, remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember when the banks, all the big banks on Wall Street, were too big to be bailed out, and they had to be bailed out too? It's just the idea when you have piss poor money management and the CEO and board levels, okay, then, you can't expect people in the last minute try to bail you out. I mean, who else are we going to bail out, Greg? We're going to bail out a small mom and pop store? We're not going to do that.
No. Losing a hospital like Jackson could have ramifications that go far beyond. I get it. I am not for bailing out poorly run or poorly managed situations. That the government never makes anything better. But on this one, I'm looking for information. In fact, I got to thank you for the call. I've got to get Dr. David Thrasher back in here to discuss this issue. At 5:12, Brant joins us next.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama Sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertiser.
Oh, God, sometimes I should just not look at the news. Obama opens up his presidential center, which many minority contractors, by the way, are getting screwed. They haven't been paid by faulting the founders ahead of America's 250th. Up your ass, pal. They put together a system that allowed for adjustments that made it possible for you to become president. So go screw yourself in public. I hate that man. I think he's been the worst thing that's ever happened in this country. But I'm better now at 5:16. This should be Brant, correct?
Yep, that's me, buddy.
Yeah, we reversed the sequence and played the weather first today, and I know you listen for the weather as your cue to call. I apologize. But it's been a rather extraordinary day. 4 inches of rain, Rich just sent. So, and there's plenty more to come. We're not done yet.
I'm crazy, man. Crazy.
I've actually been so consumed by weather, and we've had a ton of accidents today. So you got to bring us up to speed on what happened in your universe today. In other words, Mr. Right on the Money, what happened?
So obviously we have to pick it up from yesterday and really on Tuesday as well. I mean, Tuesday, we get more information on this Iranian deal, and then the huge buildup concern around how that Fed meeting would go. Then we had the Fed meeting yesterday. We talked about that yesterday on the show, how Kevin Warsh, new chief in town, got a whole big, bold plan to reshape the Fed. The general takeaway was a little bit of uncertainty around that and what that means, but also the fact that there's a real chance that the next big monetary policy move from the Fed is a rate hike. And so with that, we saw the market drop yesterday. We saw the Dow was down roughly 500 or so, and then the NASDAQ off. So you look at the action today, there, as we said yesterday afternoon, there wasn't going to be a whole lot of data today. And there really wasn't. I mean, we had the jobless claims numbers, but those are weekly, and it just, it wasn't not that big of a data point. So jobless claims a little bit higher, but nothing really to worry about or write home about. Again, just the market and major market participants around the world parsing through that whole Fed meeting yesterday and what it could mean. And so we saw a snapback sort of rally in the market today, a little bit more calm, green across the board. But if you put the 2 days together, you're still net negative. So it's just, again, kind of a flattish sort of market right in here as everyone continues to sort of think about Fed policy and what that means. Certainly with the Iranian thing appearing to be put to bed, that takes a lot of uncertainty out of the market, obviously around crude oil, energy prices, and it would seem that if you look at what the recent action in the crude oil markets, I'm sure you've noticed those prices have been coming down. That should help a little bit because we're for the month of June, because we're right here in the middle of June. So hopefully those prices continue to drop as we go through the end of the month. Because when we get into July, we're going to get the June CPI data, and that's still going to be kind of a rich number, but hopefully the trend will be lower, and the market will begin to kind of take its cue on that. Outside of that, Greg, I mean, there's just not a whole lot of news today. Tomorrow is a federal holiday, so we've got an extended weekend, a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Most major market participants sort of cast their lots, if you will, headed into this longer weekend, and we'll pick it back up on Monday and see what next week has for us.
How is SpaceX doing?
Yeah, it's about like what we thought. It was came out of the gate super strong on the IPO.
Yeah.
First couple of days trading, it was running hard. A lot of people wanting to get in. Yesterday it was down. Today, down again. And again, that's not surprising. I mean, it closed around $180 a share. Remember, they did the IPO at $135. So it's still up. The vast majority of people who participated in that IPO were institutions. They're going to have to stick to a lockup period that's typically around 60 days. But a lot of people rushed in to buy, and most of those, what we call retail investors, just general folks like us, they bought between $180 and $200 a share, basically. Most of those people are a little bit underwater, and so the ones who are truly long-term, they're not worried about it. But the ones that were jumping in there thinking, oh, this is going to run like crazy and we're going to make a bunch of money short-term, sometimes what happens is those folks get a little bit sort of bummed out, like, oh, wow, this is fizzling out. I'm going to go ahead and get out. And that's just how these things go. I wouldn't be surprised if SpaceX didn't at some point trade all the way back to like 150. Equally, I wouldn't be surprised if next week it wasn't over 200 again.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how these things, trade. And that's why I've been pretty consistent, just really telling the listening audience and the people who've been burning up our phones, if you're interested in this, you really have to think long term, and you just have to. Otherwise, just take a little bit and put some in, and then watch it, and maybe put a little more in down the road, that kind of thing. It's going to be volatile, and it's impossible to tell what a stock like that's going to do on a short-term basis. It just is.
We so appreciate your insights and thoughts. Since you got a day off tomorrow, you'll probably be in your office. I know you. You never really leave your work behind. We will look forward to talking to you on Monday. So have a great Father's Day. I know you're a super dad, and I hope you have a great time with the family.
Well, right back at you, Greg. Hopefully you've got an opportunity to spend some time with
I plan to be in New Orleans with Mademoiselle Goose. Yes, that is, if the weather gets out and doesn't leave any flooded roads behind, for example. I got to be checking all that out. Plan to leave tomorrow afternoon, so we'll see. But thank you for the good thought, my friend. Take care.
You too, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
The opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice is offered through Invista Advisors, registered investment advisor, and separate entity from LPL Financial.
You keep hoping that when you look at the news, you're going to see signs of sanity, and that's just not happening. I mentioned that the LA City Council has voted to allow illegal aliens to vote. It's going to be in the referendum. And now the ringleader behind that drone attack on the UFC thing at the White House has been ID'd as an illegal immigrant. The ringleader. So thank a Democrat. Because they want to fling the borders back open, that a-hole Tallarico in Texas, that fruitcake. Oh, I think the southern border should be a big welcome mat. Not an ounce of frickin' common sense. Where do the Democrats come up with these people, and what makes them tick? I honestly don't know how they bathe and feed themselves on a daily basis. Unbelievable. A little news from the Golden Arches. Talked about food some this afternoon. They're bringing back the fried apple pie and all the fun that goes with it.
To honor America's 250th birthday, McDonald's is bringing back its famous fried apple pie. And that means one thing.
Ow! I just burned the roof of my mouth.
If this happens to you, call the law office of Grimace and Grimace. If someone can sue over hot coffee, you can sue over a hot apple pie.
The steaming hot lava of apple filling turned my uvula into a giant purple blob. So I called the giant purple blobs at Grimace and Grimace.
We're the same law firm that's gotten the Hamburglar out of jail on countless occasions. So let us fight for you.
After I burned my tongue, I tried to cool it down with a chocolate shake and got brain freeze.
We'll sue them for that too. Call Grimace and Grimace now and get a settlement that's supersized.
Da-da-da-da-da, I'm suing them.
I always loved the McDonald's apple pie, but there was that burn risk. So that's back for the celebration of America 250. It is 5:25. Seems like the rain has let up a little bit, but this is only a sucker hole. There's still some major activity out to the west, and we'll likely have another round tomorrow, at least in the first part of the day. How is it affecting your commute?
Traffic is brought to you by Victoryland. The winning is 24/7 at Victoryland. Go where the winners go every day, and you can be a winner too. Victoryland, I-85 exit 22 shorter, admission 19 and over.
Well, it has been a very accident-filled afternoon with the rain in the area. We still have a lot of accidents sitting in places around the city of Montgomery. Most of them are out of the way. Still use caution. Atlanta Highway at Bell Road, Northern Boulevard at Coliseum Boulevard, and 85 northbound around mile marker 15. We have a vehicle that went off the roadway there. That's right before a wall. Please be safe out there this afternoon. We'll update you if any new accidents happen. Right now, busy afternoon traffic and a lot of rain falling. Davis Door and Sash, they're your trusted source for quality replacement windows and doors. Save 10% on materials when you mention this ad. Visit DavisDoorandSashAlabama.com. Call 334-288-6010. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Get ready, Central Alabama. The biggest watermelon festival yet is happening Saturday, June 27th at Sweet Creek Farm Market. They're celebrating America's 250th birthday and all things watermelon with free admission, over 100 arts and crafts vendors, a watermelon eating contest, entertainment for the kids, food trucks, and family fun around every corner. It's Sweet Creek Farm Market's biggest arts and crafts festival ever, and admission is free. Saturday, June 27th, 10 to 4 on Highway 231 and Pike Road. Come hungry, bring the family, and celebrate summer at Sweet Creek Farm Market's Watermelon Festival.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
And now a star is born. On June 18, 1942, the world welcomed little baby Paul McCartney.
Come on, push! Push! I can see his head! Here comes your son.
Paul McCartney, a star is born.
Wow, I hate to sound like the old guy in the room, but 84. Think about that. Because I've been doing this long enough to remember the shock waves that hit the country when the Beatles turned 40. What an incredible life and career, though, the guys had. Still playing. This morning we got into Let It Be and High from Wings, a song that wasn't played much back in the day because it inferred the use of illegal drugs like the devil's lettuce, marijuana, stuff like that. Anybody got a traffic situation or a flooding scenario that you want us to know about? 2729228 here in the 334 area code. You know, since we had to go to the full area code, It's really impacted our calls. I'm not making this up. Since that day, I don't know if it's too much work to dial the 3 extra digits or too much work to reprogram the phone, because I know a lot of people had us in their phones. That's very frustrating. I have used my voice a great deal today. So in this last half hour of the show, I want to have some fun. So, and when we want fun, around here, fun is spelled Norm. And I've got this wonderful collection of Norm Macdonald Weekend Update featuring OJ and John Wayne Bobbitt and more. So have a smile while you're driving through the slog.
Hi, I'm Norm Macdonald, and this is the news. Potential jurors for the O.J. Simpson case were asked to fill out a 75-page jury questionnaire this week. In the entire state of California, only one person got a perfect score, Xiao Ming Wu, who, after the trial, plans to attend Caltech. 4 Pittsburgh children were found in a house strewn with garbage and human waste after they'd been abandoned by their parents for 2 weeks. The couple was charged with child endangerment, but to their credit, they did bring the children a present. A T-shirt that reads, "My parents left me for 2 weeks in a house full of human waste, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt." Tourism in India has taken a dramatic drop recently. The State Bureau of Tourism has 2 theories. 1, airfares have gone up slightly in the past year, causing a decrease in travel worldwide. And 2, the plague. O.J. Simpson's new fitness video was released this week, and hitting the shelves next week, Simpson's newest video, Dorf on Stocking. The crowd is torn. In New York this week, Sammy the Bull Gravano was sentenced to just 5 years in prison for committing 19 murders. You better be careful, though, because New York has just passed a tough new law. 20 strikes and you're out. A comet hit the planet Jupiter last July, and scientists now say the dark scars have almost completely disappeared. But the emotional scars will be there for a long, long time. Ford this week recalled 2 models of cars, saying that they might explode during refueling. At Ford, quality is job 1, and job 2, making your car explode. What's it like to lose $35 million? Just ask Dale Sturdivant of Honesdale, Pennsylvania. That's how much he lost this week at a local convenience store when he failed to guess any of the 6 winning numbers in the state's Pick 6 lottery. When reached for comment by Weekend Update, Sturdivant replied, "Why are you making such a big deal out of this? I bought a $3 lotto ticket. It didn't win. Why can't you leave me alone?" Christy Brinkley told reporters this week that her marriage to Billy Joel was over long before their divorce. The key moment, she said, came when she realized that she was Christy Brinkley and that she was married to Billy Joel. The Food and Drug Administration announced today that while 1 ounce of Special K with 4 ounces of milk is a good dietary source of protein, 1 ounce of Special K with 5 ounces of milk is deadly poison. 70% of diners polled this week said there should be no smoking in restaurants. And 80% of diners said that restaurants should give away their food for free. This week, Disney released a new CD featuring a rapping Mickey Mouse. To avoid controversy, the CD will not include the controversial hit single, Cat Killer. And in a related story, this week marked the 5,000th performance of the Broadway musical Cats. It also marked the 5,000th time a guy turned to his wife and said, "What the hell is this?" Fashion designer Giorgio Armani confessed last week to bribing Italian tax officials. He was sentenced to 6 months of wearing brown shoes with a blue suit. Well, David Hasselhoff is a huge star in Germany, where his series Baywatch celebrated its 100th straight week as the nation's top TV show, which once again proves my old theory: Germans love David Hasselhoff. Visitors to New York's Times Square this winter are in for a bit of a surprise. Crazy people will be shooting at them. And finally, John Wayne Bobbitt is going to be an adult film star. He has been signed to play himself in the John Wayne Bobbitt story. The part of his severed penis will be portrayed by Pauly Shore. And that's all for now. Good night. And good luck.
I love that man. Lost him way too early. At 6:35, Skipper updates the traffic chaos.
Well, it has been a very accident-filled afternoon with the rain in the area. We still have a lot of accidents sitting in places around the city of Montgomery. Most of them are out of the way. Still use caution. Atlanta Highway at Bell Road, Northern Boulevard at Coliseum Boulevard, and 85 northbound around mile marker 15. We have a vehicle that went off the roadway there. That's right before Wall. Please be safe out there this afternoon. We'll update you if any new accidents happen. Right now, busy afternoon traffic and a lot of rain falling. Davis Door and Sash, they're your trusted source for quality replacement windows and doors. Save 10% on materials when you mention this ad. Visit DavisDoorandSashAlabama.com. Call 334-288-6010. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. Winsel's Seafood Restaurant in downtown Montgomery has been ordered to close by the Montgomery County Health Department. The health department began an investigation after a complaint was filed against the restaurant. Inspectors went to Winsel's Monday where they found a rodent infestation and an insufficient lack of refrigeration. A new president and chief executive officer has been named to lead the Southern Poverty Law Center. The SPLC's board of directors unanimously chose Ryan Haygood to fill the role. Haygood will take over in late August amid allegations the SPLC secretly funded hate groups like the Ku Klux Klan. The Montgomery City Council has unanimously voted to approve the Greater Floyd Campus Master Plan. Floyd Elementary and Middle School have been vacant for almost 2 decades, with health and safety concerns increasing at the deteriorating property. The Floyd Master Plan is part of a larger effort to address blight and revitalize the surrounding neighborhood. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
And Sky Mosley will be here this afternoon, so I can go down and visit you a little bit early. 5:37. Thank you, Sky.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built-in seating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
You can't control interest rates. You can't control housing inventory. And you definitely can't control what the national news decides to panic about this week. But here's what you can control. You control your timing. You decide when it's the right time to buy, when it makes sense to refinance, and when to tap into your equity to renovate, invest, or consolidate debt and free up monthly cash flow. Real estate decisions aren't one size fits all, and they shouldn't be driven by headlines or social media noise. They should be based on your goals, your finances, and your life. The smartest moves happen when you focus on what you can control and work with someone who helps you see the full picture. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Dewan Walker has been an Alabama Power customer since 1999.
We're being squeezed on every side. We hear about Alabama Power freezing their rates. That's the best news we can get. Alabama Power rate freeze will provide real relief for Alabama working families. Alabama Power is protecting their customers by making data centers pay their full costs. It makes me feel at peace Alabama Power is really stepping up and doing what's right for customers.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
The threat of tornadoes is over for most of us, and that is good news, but the threat of some locally heavy rain and torrential downpours and excessive rainfall amounts continues. Flood watch continues through tomorrow. Tonight's low in the low 70s. There will be a continued risk of showers and storms across the area tomorrow. High temperature in the middle 80s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms over the weekend, but not as many, and mostly in the afternoon and evening hours. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
And now, one woman's thoughts on the World Cup.
So my husband had the idea to come to a bar to watch a World Cup soccer game. They call this sport sucker because it sucks. And why do they call it the World Cup? The trophy has a ball on the top. Now the Stanley Cup, that's a cup. Well, it's more of a bowl, but then it might be called a Super Bowl, and that trophy is a silver football, so go figure. Oh, wait, everyone's getting excited. Oh, he kicked it into the stands. Wait, what? They're adding time? They should be subtracting time. Oh, let this game die an early death. Hey, I have an idea. Add a second ball.
And that was one woman's thoughts on the World Cup.
Interesting concept. Hey, just checking those Thursday afternoon baseball scores. The Yankees played tonight. Okay. Other scores from baseball this afternoon: 4-3, 4-2, 9-3. 3-0, and the Braves were rained out. Not surprising, because a lot of the weather that came through here earlier today got to Georgia and really got wound up. So those are your scores this afternoon. I have a clip here from Senator Tommy Tuberville that I would like to give a listen to.
on President Trump and Republicans. I can remember it vividly that night, about midnight. We all took the blame here. After we came back that night, Democrats called all the Republicans in this room everything that you can imagine here on this floor. It was clear that they were planning that day that they were going after President Trump. But the Democrats' plan to destroy President Trump and his supporters didn't end that day on January the 6th. For the next 4 years, President Biden and the Democrats did everything they could to arrest, harass, bankrupt, deplatform, and even try to kill the former President of the United States, Donald Trump. Not to mention the Biden DOJ abusing their power by wasting almost $3 billion in taxpayer funds to go after innocent Trump supporters, falsely imprisoning them to intimidate their political opponents and the greater MAGA movement. Hundreds, and I mean hundreds of innocent patriotic Americans sat behind bars for the past 5 years over this made-up witch hunt. Now, there were some guilty, but a huge number of them were vastly innocent. They even arrested grandmas for making phone calls on the Capitol steps. And the only person who died that day on January 6th was Ashley Babbitt, an unarmed Air Force veteran who was shot that day in this very building. Ashley Babbitt was wrongfully killed on January 6, 2021. The federal government admitted it, and they actually paid money to her family. Paid money. And the legal settlement, they paid money. Lives were ruined, families were torn apart, careers were destroyed, all because the lunatics on the left in our country would not let it go, and anyone who was involved in it, they arrested them. So, before we quickly try to pass a bill with a nice sounding title, we ought to read what it actually does. Democrats claim this bill is about stopping so-called rewards for January the 6th rioters. But in reality, the legislation says if the federal government prosecuted you, Congress can't even ask if the prosecution was fair, if the sentence was appropriate, if the evidence was handled properly, if detention conditions were lawful, or whether the government threw the book at you because you are a supporter of a political opponent. You can't even ask that. This bill treats prosecution as proof, and that it is not how American justice works. That's not how our justice system works. Thankfully, Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche and the Trump Department of Justice established a standard and lawful process to hear from American citizens who suffered lawfare or weaponization under the Biden administration. If they were wronged, the Trump administration will provide compensation from the Anti-Weaponization Fund. But if S 3582 is passed, it would eliminate that process for American-loving Trump supporters who were wrongfully convicted before their claims are even reviewed. And in the future, the federal government, because this bill would be empowered to target a group of people, prosecute them, and make sure they never receive relief, no matter what the facts. And there were some bad things that went on. Radical Democrats and the deep state folks do not like this country, and they dislike it so much, the way it's run, that they will do whatever it takes to weaponize our judicial system against anyone who opposes their globalist agenda. That's why I will not consent to this bill that treats prosecution as proof and blocks individualized review. That's not how this country works. So for that reason, Mr. President, I yield the floor. Serving the right to object. January the 6th, 2021 was my first day here on the job in the United States Senate. Let's be clear of what happened that day. Let's go back and look at it. Democrats and the deep state.
Yeah, there's always a few troublemakers, but the absence of proper security, courtesy of Nancy Pelosi, they got what they wanted. And a lot of lives, a lot of people sat in frickin' jail for nothing. We throw cashless bail, we throw murderers back out on the streets while they're awaiting trial so they can do it again. And some people who wanted to show support for their president, who just, I mean, they were literally scanning. The FBI was scanning flight logs for January 4th, 5th, 6th to see who was just in D.C. Maybe we can get them too. And that's the future if you put them back in power. That is the future. Thank you, Senator Tuberville. You were magnificent.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
At Montgomery Men's Health, we saw a bunch of patients last month. Almost none came because of an ad. They came because